Good afternoon. Welcome to the Toon review. It's the rematch of Newcastle United versus Manchester United, and in fact, it's the last game I commentated on a solitary commentary. Was the Wembley Cup Final. So a bit of revenge for not just me, not just you, not just the team, all of us. Today's a big game for us, and if we win today, we go top three. We can look at lineups before we go any further, though, and we shall do so. The Newcastle United lineup. But as a surprise, here we are in chains from the team that played Nottingham Forest, which means Alan St. Maximin has recovered from the little niggle he had during that game, and he stays in the lineup, which is surprising as Joe Linton is now back from his suspension. Could have played today, and he only makes the bench. So lineup, usual back four in front of Nick Pope, midfield of Bruno, Sean, and Joe Willock. Jacob Murphy on the right, maintaining his place also. ASM on the left, and Alexander Isak, the man on fire, through the middle. Substitutes: Dubravka, Lascelles, Joe Linton, Anthony Gordon's managed to make the bench. Callum Wilson's on the bench. Matt Ritchie's there. Matt Targett, Javier Manquillo, and Elliot Anderson after his superb cameo at Forest. He maintains his place on the bench. So we've got a nice little bit of depth on the bench for change with Joe Linton, Gordon, Anderson, and Wilson. And not much in the middle of the park, but yeah, we look pretty good today. I think that's a fair lineup, that. Manchester United, surprise, surprise, Marcus Rashford does make the lineup. And their lineup is as follows. They have David De Gea in goal. Diego Dalot's got the right back slot, which may be one of the reasons why ASM's playing. Wan-Bissaka not travelled, not on the bench, and maybe this was apparent to Eddie Howe, and that's why ASM's playing, because Diego Dalot does not defend as well as Aaron Wan-Bissaka does. Of course, in the first half of Wembley, Maxi had him on toast for a while. So Dalot at right back, Luke Shaw at left back, the Butcher, as what is known by the Manchester United fans, Martinez, although lately he's been more of the butler, serving up goals for the opposition, and Rafa Varane in the middle of the defence. And they'd have Sabitzer and Scott McTominay in front, I imagine in double pivot, with Bruno Fernandes ahead of them, Anthony wide on the right, Rashford wide on the left, and Wout Weghorst as the centre forward, dropping deep, bubbly, and getting flick-ons for the long clearances they will inevitably do after sitting behind the ball for Marcus Rashford and Wayne Sleep Anthony to run on to. That's your lineups, folks. Let's hit the comments. There's loads and loads and loads of them. And I have to go way, way back to the beginning. Here we go. Toon Gamer. Here's the first one in chat today. So Max starting, that's a huge shock. It is a shock. And he also goes on to say that's the last chance to lose for him. Very likely, very likely. Anders says not Joe Linton on the bench. No. And Tom confirms that here with the lineup as I just read out. There you go. For those that missed the first 30 seconds of the show, and there's the Man United lineup. And Tom also includes the subs there for Newcastle, but doesn't bother with the Man United one. And why should we? Hello to Michael. Hope you're well. Hi to Chinglish. Target Big Joe and Gordon should be starting. Well, we can't say that yet. We haven't started the game, Chinglish. Rachel's in the house also, of course. Our Modette. Good afternoon, lads and lasses, she says. Usual chat rules apply. No all caps, duplicates. Be kind. And no spoilers. Wait for Billy to comment first before commenting. Enjoy the show and away the lads. And of course, if you are new to this channel and you do like what you see, thumbs up from everyone that's already here. Please hit that like button. And if you are new, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a penny. And join this massive, massive Toon review community. It's a great community to be part of. Everyone's really friendly. And it's a great chat to be in. And it's not just Newcastle United fans. We have football fans from all over the country. And in fact, all over the world in our subscribers. And if you love us, please consider hitting that join button and becoming a paid member of the channel. That'll get you in prize draws. I think we have one tomorrow night, actually, which is... not sure what it's for. I think it's for a John Joe Shelby Shine shirt. Feel like Sean Connery there. But yeah, that's basically the rules, and Rachel's spelled them out perfect there for us. Go Brown says Toon Army. Our other mod is roving reporter. He's at St James's and it's sunny there, he says. And he says, let's get into these shite talks. Rach says, I literally just said no all caps and someone posts all caps straight after. Apologies there from Go Browns. Marius is saying hello. Anders says we need to trust Eddie indeed. Carl's here. Afternoon, everyone. Hi, Rach. Samson Knight Dove's here. We have another member here. Mod, sorry. Fez, who's given me the background, and there it is. And if I sit like that, well, we'll blank out that shit. There we go. Thanks for that, Fez. Brilliant background as always. Would-be farmer who made a fantastic cameo on the show on Friday night. He says all of New Mexico supports Toon. That's a fantastic beard, I've got to say. Love it. Jimmy Jones is celebrating a 1-0 win over Southampton. Rode the look a little bit at times, but yeah, important result there for West Ham United in their battle against relegation. And of course, Brendan Rodgers has had the sack today from Leicester, so they're feeling the pinch also. They're starting to worry, and there's lots of teams down that bottom that could get pulled into it. Old Woy getting a result for Palace yesterday has helped them. Bournemouth win yesterday, a massive result. Everton now back in the bottom three, so it's very, very tight down the bottom. But this is a top of the table clash. We're playing for third place today. If we can win today, we're in third. First super chatting already. It's me and Fleming, and he said it's £5. Thanks, Ian. He says, "Hi, Billy. Let's get a good win today and up into third." Yep, exactly, mate. It's a massive, massive game. Barth says 3-0. Come on, lads. Who else we got? The Clon lads in the house. Afternoon all. He thinks it's strange. J7 isn't starting. He hasn't played for a while. Trolls in the house also. Hello, Trolls. Hope you're well, buddy. Jay Sweet's also here. Hope you're well. Jimmy says revenge for the cup final today. Carl says, could Joe Linton pick up a knock in training? Maybe the fact he hasn't played for quite a while. You know, it's been a few weeks since Joe Linton's played, so maybe just easing him in gently. Maybe he'll come on the hour and create havoc. We can kind of hope that. Stu's in the house also. Hello, Stu. Hope you're well, buddy. Afternoon all, he says. After away the lads. Hope we smash the man. You are glory-seeking scum today. Toon game would have preferred Elliot Anderson today. Interesting. Jordan, Toon. Brian's here. Hello, Brian. Hope you're well, mate. Afternoon, Stu. Just said hello to you. Hello, mate. Iosi Links, that's a new name. The moment is eventually upon us. Let's put in an exemplary performance and hurt them where it really pains. Let's marshal them with pride and confidence for which victory. Away the lads. Nice post, except you spelled away the Macaway, but the sentiment's there and it's brilliant. Well said. Conrad says, let's hope for a better result today. Yes, let's indeed. James Pope's here. Hope you're well, mate. Paul Feeney's also here. Hope you're well. Norvix 2. KB over in Belfast. Interesting username there. Apparently, Graham Potter has been sacked. Well, that'd be strange if we had two in the one day. I should have a quick check on Sky Sports News. Obviously, Brendan Rodgers has gone today, so could it be a bit of a manager's graveyard today? Have we got any breaking news on Sky Sports News? No, we don't. So, not confirmed yet, but I mean, that's not to say it's not going to happen. I mean, Chelsea are an absolute shambles, aren't they? Considering they've spent squillions of pounds. Jimmy thinks 2-0 to Newcastle. PDS Wavy, our bench is arguably better than Man U's bench today. Yeah, I agree with that. Reese is here. Optimal Forage over there in Japan's also here. Hope you're well, mate. Their bench is Thatcher's Bath. I like Coffee's managed to make the transition from Tony's channel over to here. Nice to see you. I like Coffee. Angelica's here. And after everyone I'm listening, well, still decorating. So, Billy, you can keep me entertained. Well, I'll still try my hardest, Angelica. It's dependent on the lads on the pitch, and if they can knock a few goals in, I shall certainly keep you entertained, my dear. No problem about that whatsoever. G67 says big 3 points today up the Mags. Wow, Rafimi, Portuguese name there. I reckon a 3-0 win. Hope we can do that for you, mate. Vortex is here. Afternoon, Billy, chat and mods. I like that lineup. Let's go. Have fun all. Smash that thumbs up for TTR. Let's send the man's back in. Away the lads and lasses. Well said. Comment about a certain player. Bruno Fernandes is a dirty cheating wanker with a face you would never tire of hitting. Sums it up pretty perfect, that, Stu. As always. Love that. Andy McCowan's in the house. Hello, Andy. I hope you're well. He says afternoon or evening. Big win today. Lots of people. Would-be farmer says bring it, Bill. I shall try and bring you 3 points today. Lee Waite's also here. Afternoon, nicely Sky's boss as usual about Man U. Hope we stuff the Manx today. The Clon lad says ASM did well against Dallow in the final. Let's hope for more of the same today. Couldn't agree more. Hello, Billy. Just got a new pup, like raising a child. They're very, very fun, but you're forever picking shit apart, aren't you, and making sure that your belongings and furniture and stuff doesn't get eaten. chewed to bits. Ian Skinner's here. How are you, Ian? Hope you're well. Chris Dean's also here. Newcastle United will win 3-1 today. Let's get our revenge. I Like Coffee is very optimistic. He thinks an 8-0 win. And Isaac Brace and Mourinho Brace, Joe Linton, Longstaff, Willock and Anderson. There's more braces here than Cannon and Bloody Ball. I Like Coffee. But, yeah, I'll take that. Stu hitting Fernandez in the face. Me and you hits his teeth and ruin your fists. Must hit the body. It's a fair point. It's a fair point. John Southam's here. I see the injured Rashford is playing. Hope our lads give a good account of themselves. Away the lads. Ian A's here. Rabbiting on. Looking forward to Billy's commentary best on YouTube. Thank you very much. Very much appreciate that. Bradley Gardner's here. Afternoon, lads and lassies. I want to beat them so bad. ASM and Gordon both fully fit. Yes, seems that way. Although Gordon just manages to make the bench. But ASM does manage to get a start. I think the fact that Aaron Wan-Bissaka hasn't travelled with the Man United squad gave Eddie all the reassurance he needed that Dallow was playing. And we saw Dallow on a tightrope for the first half after fouling ASM early. ASM had him on toast. Let's hope the same happens today. And today, let's get some service into our main man in the middle, Isaac, and let's get some goals. Peter Merrifield, I hope you're well, Peter. Afternoon, Billy, hope you're well. I am indeed. I'm looking forward to this game. Phil Gow's also here. Hope you're well. Mark the Celt. Hi, Billy and Mods. Away the lads. Sophia's here too. Hello, Sophia. I hope you're well. And Ray says, Rashford starting is no support. It isn't, no. Who else we've got? Ronald Turnbull's here. Hello, Ronald. Jim Pov is also here. Afternoon, Billy, Mods and chat. Who else? Any Jock Bars also here? Hope you're well. Big shout out to Makina99, and he's shouting out himself. Big shout out to me. Lee Cornwell. Hello, Keith. Lee, hope you're well, mate. Hi, Billy. Your commentary is the bollocks. Up the Toon review. Thanks, mate. Very much appreciated. Who else we got that I haven't mentioned yet? Foster's also here. Hello, Foster. Confused Joe on the bench, but I always back Eddie. You have to, don't you? You have to. He's got us that many points a season through his know-how and knowledge. And last season also. Optimal Folger says to Tom Lynch, gulls are known as shit-hawks in the bird business. Well, can't be a bit of technical bird watchery. What would you call it? I don't even know what you'd call it. What's it called? I'm sure there's a word for it. But yes, I shall bow to your superior knowledge. C. Dan Smith's managed to make it here. Hello, C. Dan Smith. Good afternoon, Billy. We go for it this afternoon and beat the man. Let's hope so. Father Jack, wishful thinking, but let's do it, lads. Well, it's not wishful thinking, mate. You've got to be confident. Got to be confident. We're at home against a side that's managed to shit out the way to wherever they are in the league. They haven't been great this season. Marcus Rashford gets injured there mid-table. Let's be honest. And if he has a bad day today, we shall give them a good old-fashioned spanking. I'm very sure of it. Brian's managed to get here. Hi, Brian. Hope you're well. Big up, he says to me. Jams Bennett's here also. Trips free kick today. Tony Keith Sanders here. Hello, Keith, and also Paul Sales. Hope you're well, Paul. Tony Hunter. I want Joe Linton to kick Donkey into level 7. Him not starting doesn't help this. No, it doesn't. But at least when he does get on, if he does get on, then he can have a bit of pace about him and hoof his teeth to wherever you like him to be hoofed to. Paul Hodges is here. A nice Newcastle first goal to get the juices going. Yep, I'll take that. Chris Edmonds managed to get here too. Hope you're well. Big game today. The Toon fans will cheer the team onto a big win. P. Lord Keith's here. Lots of people in the chat. It's a fantastic. 468. Yeah, it's brilliant. Afternoon, looking forward to this. He says, Coach Austin in the States says, hi, Billy, 8:30 a.m. out in America on a holiday watching WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood. At the breakfast bar, watching the game and yourself. Man United fans are here. Well, let's hope you have a lot of gloating to do later, Coach Austin. And thanks for joining us from wherever you are in America. Ian says, need some Man U tears at dessert today. Yes, that'd be great. Maryport Mag is here. The John Sinclair derby come under Toon. Well, I'm not sure. It actually is a derby, actually, the way he's behaving today. He's not a Newcastle United supporter. He's just sickening to watch, to be honest. A draw best we can hope for, but you never know. Cheers, says Father Jack. Well, I don't think so. I hope we smash the cheating score, but they have a jamming knack of getting decisions. Crowding the ref should be an instant yellow. I agree. And that would soon stop them doing it, wouldn't it? Liam's in the house. Hello, Liam. Hope you're well. Afternoon, Billy. 1-0 Toon, he says. ENA thinks it'll be 2-1 to Newcastle. Jim says, please let us beat Man U. We need a win. We do. P-Lord Keeps had a cheeky 5 on 5-0. Getting a bit dark in here, so lights will have to go on. There you go. So we put the other one on as well, without too much. No, that's all right. I look very bright and beautiful, don't I? Sorry, did I just say beautiful? I do apologise. I was thinking about the hymn, all things bright and beautiful, and got carried away. But things are bright, that's for certain. Rachel's on the gin. It is gone 4. The hour, the long hand has gone. The sundial has gone past midday, so drinking is well applicable for that time. And enjoy it. Jim Plunkett, that's the name of a fantastic NFL quarterback from back in the day. LA Raiders, I do believe. And the Oakland Raiders before that. Anyway, Jim Plunkett says, afternoon all the way, the lads. 2-2, tight game though. Possibly. Brian Waggett says, good afternoon, Billy. Fingers crossed for 3 points today. Everything's crossed, mate. Everything. Steve talking about Chelsea. They spent over £600 million and they're nowhere. Team of individuals an 89 million flop up front. Yeah, it's not good for Potter, is it? I think he's gone into a job that's possibly not the kind of club he needs to be at. Newcastle about to get rail. Oh, we have a Man United fan in. Hello, Mark. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us, by the way. We've got 3 big ones out where I think draw today. Shame Joe Lint isn't playing. So DK35. We have a 500 Japanese yen super chat from Optimal Forager. Have some Japanese pesos. Lucky you didn't get a. The D and the S are right next to each other on the keyboard. So that could have been a very awkward typo, couldn't it? But you did well not to do that. Indeed. Mark Selt says, classic Rashford, that will keep him quiet. Ian Heppel says, just hoping I don't jinx proceedings by tuning in to Watchalong today. Ian, I shall not blame you if we lose, because we're not going to lose. Not a problem at all. Northeast Pyro's here. Eddie's here from Japan. Another one from Japan. Hi, Eddie. Hope you're well. Eddie in Japan, we can do this. Billy, thanks as always. Not a problem. It's a pleasure doing it for you guys and gals out there. It's something I really enjoy doing. Stuart C, send Manuel back down the league. Yes, I like that. There's another Man United fan. Your annual cup final for you today, lads. Good luck. United are in town. United are always in our town, mate. Because we are United. There you go. Not you, Popsy Glory, in Tosspots. 5 to 150 to 1, says Crowtails. It's a bit generous, I think. I want to know at the end of it. There's no way Man United scored 2 past us today. Brian says, not sure on score, but I've weapon clean sheet. Shane in Australia is down with us today. Absolutely no reason why we can't get one today. Good first team and even stronger bench. Couldn't agree more. 10 minutes till kickoff. Martin Watson is in the house. Hope you're well. What else we got here? Winnie Wins also here. Hope you're well, Winnie. 3-2, he says. To Newcastle. Ashley 80s has managed to make it. Carlos also is here. Barbara's managed to make it 2. Hi, Billy. A must-win game indeed. Paul Tully says, afternoon, Billy Martin. Everyone, I hope the lads will be up for this and a great performance today. Optimistic for a 4-1 win for the Toon. I'll buy that all day, every day. Brilliant. Father Jack says, we win in games that count, whatever happens today. Cheers. Adam Caldwell, I did the math. United's bench cost 200 million more than our first starting lineup, and we are the ones getting shit about our spending. You can make it up, could you, Adam? It's pathetic, isn't it? Such a media bias towards their, perceived big six that aren't the big six anymore. Let's be honest. Yeah, it's scandalous. Paul says, watching Sky is like watching a bloody Man United show. By the way, Sky, Newcastle United are there as well. Well, yeah. And generally, when this kind of thing happens, they get the a bit of a comeuppance, hopefully. Travoy Stevens is here. I think he's in Bermuda. I'm not sure. He might have been the Falkland. One of the two. He's definitely not in England. He's definitely kind of Caribbean, South Atlantic-ish. I think it's Bermuda, but he'll tell us. Martin Murray says 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat, 1 win. Afternoon, Billy. Funkypigeon.com's in the house. Hope you're well. Anyone new here? Anne Oy made it back from Wakefield to watch the match and listen to you. Thank you, Anne. We very much appreciate that. Who else we got there? Mal the Grinch. I don't think I've said your name today. Afternoon, Billy. Let's hope for convincing win. I've got my bet on away the lads. We are 9 minutes from kickoff. Take a quick swig of my drink. And we have over 500 in the chat. It's fantastic to do this for you lot. Proud to be a Geordie. He's here. Big game today. You can see us nicking it 2-1. Michael Martin's also here. Good afternoon, Billy. Great job. You do keep up 2-0. Thank you, Michael. Troll says, after hearing what Ten Hag said, I can't know he's a prick, to put it bluntly. James Pope says, you're not bright either. Thank you, mate. Lots of people commenting on my bright and beautiful stuff. Paul Sales says 4-0 to Newcastle. The Clon lads off to the pub for some black and white Guinness. Jenny Guy's here. 5-0 and Norman Botman to Chip DeHay in the 86th minute. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Matty Milburn's here. Welcome, Matty. Watching from Perth, Australia at 11:15 p.m. with a crate of beer. Away the lads. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Anders says Frederick Lundberg talks to Isaac. Well, that's great. That's great to hear. Great player Lundberg was. Calvin, you'll never walk alone. I'm guessing he's a Liverpool supporter. Hello, everyone. Hello. Calvin, give us a subscription, mate. Not first time I've seen you in the chat. Hit that subscribe button for us and help us out. Alton Race here. Fans just to nick it. Well, I hope so. Richard's in the house. Hope they don't time waste too much. Yeah, I like that. Dave's here. Good evening, Billy. Remember, we'll likely be playing against 12 today with the ref. Yeah, you can say 13 with the VAR people too. So who knows? Let's not let the ref get into it. Let's just take them to the cleaners, eh? Paul Hodges is here. Stella and filtered here, like 2 bottles, 1 left. Well, good for you, mate. Good for you. James Matthews, photography. Have a good stream, Billy. Here we go. Let's show these man rats what United really means. All right, the lads. Love it. Love it. Love it. Baz down under. No big Joe against Manuel Y. Just woke up. I'm guessing because he hasn't played for a few weeks. And with Dallo playing, he obviously fancies Maxi to do some damage against him. Remember, we did in the first half of Wembley. It was only when they brought Wan-Bissaka on that Maxi got nullified. But how they get Dallo on, I think he's been sent off because he was yellow carded early. I can think that's the only reason why. Allison says only one United. That's the Toon. Lee Francis. Hope you well, mate. Hi, Billy. How are you today? I'm good. I'm good. This guy's tempting fate with these statements. Which guy, Mr. YouGod? Which guy? Liston Hines. Hope you're well, Liston. It'll be another 7-0 away defeat for the Reds. Just imagine the Goldbridge tears. JT Dunk. Hope you're well, JT Dunk. Afternoon, Billy Bob, and everyone in the chat today. Hope you have a good win against these. See you next Tuesdays. Away the lads. Love it. Love it. Lee Morn. Nice one, Billy lads. There's only one United and they play in black and white. Indeed, they do. Paul Mawson. Away the lads. Let's battle their banks and sick and side Sky Sports. Up the A1s here. How everyone just been speaking to Paul outside the stadium. We've got to win this and stuff them. Love it. I love that. I'm loving all these comments. It's great. It's great to see. I'm loving the optimism. The stadium's filling up. It's, we're kind of 6 minutes from kickoff. The atmosphere looks fantastic. Really does. Anthony Antassiet's in the house. Good afternoon, Billy. Afternoon, Mods. Afternoon, faithful Black and White Army. It is a champion day for a game of football, innit? Getting 3-1-2. Away the lads. Love that. I'm loving these comments. It's great. Everyone's really optimistic. I am well, Alison. Hope you are too. Dynamics Detailing. Hi, Billy. Thanks for doing this on your Sunday off. Hi, say the lads and lasses. No problem, mate. Love it. I'm loving it. I'm getting real big comfort from these fantastic comments. Everyone's on the same page. It's brilliant. Sophie thinks Trippier will score today. And another new one here. RJ Magpie 68. I think Billy 1-0 or 2-1 to us. Away the lads. DK35 says, I hope we give targets and playing time if it gets half time. And we haven't broken them down. Peter Bill's here. I hope you're well, Peter. Ghosty Bookish is here also. Afternoon, everyone. Look forward to the game. Hope it goes well for us. Away the lads. Ash LRI. Ash Lurie. Newcastle United 13-10 equals 43% win. 64% win odds are 13-10. Expected chance winning is 43%. Team win is 64%. Manchester 2-1 equals 33%. Odds are 2-1. The expected winning is 30%. Only win is 27. Interesting bit of things. The teams are coming out the tunnel, and the atmosphere is phenomenal. Do a few more comments quickly. Flags are in full view. The atmosphere looks great. I don't know how loud it is because I've got the sound off. Kevin says, hi, Billy. Great to watch along with you. Let's have a great afternoon. Beat these Manx. Yep. Indeed. Will X will be cheering for Newcastle tonight and the West Ham supporter. Welcome to the channel, mate. And give us a subscribe. Really helps us out. Mark and Danny Dawson. Hi, Billy Bob. Best commentator 2-1 Toon. Thank you very much. Spider Hodgson's here. I hope you're well, Spider. Hi, Billy. Leicester's manager sacked. Madison is ours. Come on, the Toon. 2-0 win. Albie says, we've got business to take care of today. 3-1 to the Toon. Looking forward to commentary, Billy. Albie, I'm looking forward to doing it. I really am. Red Cal. 2-9 and Suffolk. Good luck, lads. Thank you very much. And we'll see you all on the same page. So good luck to you too. It's okay, Billy. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So it is. And it's also only skin deep, which means I must be inside out. Oh, excuse me. Enjoyed that. God says, hoping for Hawaii 5-0. Yes. Build the Bear Frogs. That's a new name. Come on, lads. Let's get into these today. 3-1 to the Toon. Away the Magpies. Jay Devlin says, we're watching some old 70s highlights. And the St. James's Park crowd was singing Never Walk Alone. How quick we forget the history of the song. Yes, you're right. Dan Kane over in the States is here. Hope you're well. Third place here we fucking come. Pawsey Street Henderson says, what's your Billy? Peter says, Ten Hag suffers from verbal diarrhea. He does, doesn't he? Dan says, watched the Man U channel last night. Was it John Sinclair's by any chance? I think they had 6 starters, right? They had Carrier starting, for Christ's sake. Well, they're not the cleverest in the world, mate. Dave Bullman's here. Hope you're well, Dave. Afternoon, Billy and Mods. Confident results today. Ten Hag doing my head in, bring up Newcastle time, wasting all time. Win today and in great position for the top 4. Indeed. Callie Jordan's here. Hope you're well, Callie. This is reminding me of the final. Pedro's also here. Good afternoon, Billy and Toon of you family. Billy, your sounds a bit tinny. Come on the Toon. Isaac and Botman. I wonder what that is then. Might be because I've got this turned the wrong way around. Well, let's see. Let's turn it around that way. And then put that down. There we are. Sorted. Hopefully that's better. Little bit tinny, was I? Okay. We're not far from kickoff now. We're like a minute away. JPD's here. I hope you're well. Am I going to put my glasses on, says ENA? Yes, I will. Kickoff's imminent. Glasses are on. Now I look like a proper Cosmo small piece. We'll get the banner on. And we shall join the chat intimately during the game. We're having a huddle at the minute. Hopefully everything sounds good. Just going to be settings, make sure everything is good. Audio. Yes, we are good. We are all good. For the watch along, the huddles is in full effect at the minute. Well, it isn't actually because Kieran Trippier wasn't in it. They're waiting for him, and now the huddle is going on. And the cameras are focusing on Marcus Rashford for some strange reason. He really is a one-man team for them. But Manchester United will take the kick-off and are attacking the Gallagate first half. From left to right as we look. Glasses on. Excuse me. Cartors will start proceedings off. And away we go. And we're off and running. And the ball is with Varane. And he's chipped it to the left-hand side, looking for... actually, Cartors have gone out to the left-hand side to retrieve that, but it's cleared by Fabian Schär. And it'll be a throw-in to Manchester United halfway in our half. 16 seconds on the clock. I have no clock, sorry, to show you fellas and girls. I'm just going to have to keep reminding you of the time. But Man United have the ball, and back it goes to David De Gea in the Man United penalty area. He's going to square it to Diego Dalot. The pressure's coming in already. Diego Dalot clears it right-footed down the line, out of play. Was looking for Scott McTominay, who made a run forward. But the ball went straight out of play. But already the press was very evident there from Alex Isak. And at the minute, Dan Burn's about to take a throw-in for Newcastle United, just inside our half. He throws it to St. Maximin, who plays it back to Schär. Now Dan Burn takes it round Anthony and deflects off Anthony for a Newcastle throw-in. It's taken Willock with a little flick to take it past Sabitzer. Now Isak floats it to the far side, looking for Murphy in the sunshine on that far side. He's got Trippier overlapping him. Murphy comes inside, goes past one, and then plays it back to Sean Longstaff. Longstaff curves it to the far side to Kieran Trippier. Inside the back, Longstaff's gone for the turn. It's deflected off Martinez. It will be a corner to Newcastle United. It's Bruno Fernandes, in fact, that's made the tackle. And he wants, of course, he doesn't want the corner. He's appealing for a goal kick. Moaning to the referee on his first touch of the ball. It's pathetic. Already started, the goofy twat. Unbelievable. Anyway, it is a corner for Newcastle, which, of course, Kieran Trippier will take. It'll be an outswinger from that far side. Actually, Murphy's taking it. It's Jacob Murphy's gone out to take it, and it's not going to be a short either. He looks like he's stepping back to take. Well, no, he's left it for Trippier. It's that penalty routine at Forest, only on for a corner. So here's Trippier, floats one in, looking for Newcastle head, finds no one in particular. It's cleared, and it's with Anthony on the attack. For Man United on the counter. Willett gets back, gets a foot in, and out for throwing it goes. Seems apparent that Man United are here to sit behind the ball and hit us on the counter. It's very, very... For a side that's cost billions of pounds, it's not very entertaining, I've got to say. Anyway, the ball is now with Martinez. He plays it inside for Sabitzer. He floats up the line, interrupted by Trippier. Doesn't keep it in, I don't think. They are playing on now. And it's with Sabitzer again. Back to De Gea. Very firmly hit. He might get a bit of pressure here from Isak, but he does get rid of it. And out it goes to little volley pass. They're looking for the win of Rashford. It'll get there too, but out him goes Fabian Schär. It was a good pass that, actually, from I don't know who it was. Good tackle from Trippier. Took it off Rashford's foot, and Newcastle can come away with it with Longstaff. Longstaff with a long ball, looking for the win of Isak against Varane. Holds it off and gets a touch off Martinez for throwing to Newcastle, which he wants to take quickly, but he has no one to throw it to. And so he'll delay the proceedings. 3 minutes and 23 on the clock. Still no goals, but very enterprising start for Newcastle United, and apparent what Man United's strategy is. It's all about counter-attacking by the look of things, hitting the men on the flanks with the pace. The ball is with Sven Botman in the centre circle. He plays it down for Dan Burn. Back to Sven Botman. Botman has Schär square, and that's where he goes. Fabian Schär now, probably going to go out to Kieran Trippier, and he does do. On the halfway line, Trippier has a bit of space to move into. And indeed, he does do. Ball inside for, it looks like Isak will come deep for that. Little flick on, but doesn't work for Newcastle, and Man United can tidy up. Back to De Gea it goes. Long clearance, Crookie, Wimbledon. Botman wins the header. Little touch there for St. Maximin. St. Maximin can go against Dalot now. He's got two on him. Goes outside for Willock. Willock has it on the outside. Comes back. Terrible pass from Willock, asking Dan Burn to do so much running there. Dan Burn does get a deflection to it. Off Varane. It'll be a goal kick to Manchester United. Brendan Rodgers has been sacked. Yes, indeed. And there's rumours that Graham Potter could be going the same way. Though they're not confirmed as yet. So no goals. Nearly 5 minutes gone. Manchester United have a goal kick, and it's not going to be played amongst the defence. It's going to be a long, long clearance, looking for the head of Cartors. And Carter goes with his elbow there, gets away with it, but does lose out. And back to Nick Pope it goes from Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's with Kieran Church, Fabian Schär on the far side. He floats it forward, looking for Maxi's run. Dalot gets there first, nods it down to, I think that's McTominay. Well robbed there from Bruno Guimaraes. Little flick forward, untidy there. Dan Burn has it now. Now Bruno, little outside of the foot pass, slightly overhit for Maxi. Man United come again with Sabitzer. Now it's with Anthony on this right flank for Manchester United. Cuts inside Dan Burn. Little ball inside. It's a good one. Sabitzer. Great block there from Sven Botman. And Joe Willock plays a long ball, which is cut out by Martinez. But a pointless pass there from him to Bruno Guimaraes. Now Longstaff can go again for his far side. Jacob Murphy has it on the left flank, right flank, sorry. Rashford's come back to help defend, but Murphy cuts inside him and then goes out to Trippier. Trippier might look for a cross. He looks for a cross, looking for Isak at the far post. Knocks back. Longstaff mishits it in front of goal. Longstaff, little back flick. Good Lord, he should have scored there. It was 6 yards out and didn't score. Great flick head back from Isak. Great cross from Trippier. Unfortunately, Sean Longstaff was found wanting and the finishing touch. Now Trippier has it again. Ball inside, looking for Murphy. He can't keep it in. That should be 1-0 Newcastle. Sean Longstaff should have put us ahead. But great move from Newcastle. The ball came from Murphy to Trippier. Cross comes in. Isak at the far post, leaps above Dalot. Brilliant jump. Should have volleyed it first time. He took a touch on his knee and it took him out of his shooting range. Yeah, not good. Not good from Longstaff there. Why didn't he have the confidence to hit it first time? In the end, he did get a shot in, but it came off Martinez, who got in front of him. But if he volleyed it first time, he had no chance. He had no chance. Should be 1-0 Newcastle. Long clearance from De Gea. Once again, not playing the modern day. They're just hoofing it and missed time jump from Murphy there. Trippier gets a foot in there. Will deflect off a Man United player. That one out of play, but the rest played on. Not sure the linesmen doing and know what they're doing here. That's a foul there on Isak. Well, Bruno Fernandes just kicked Isak in the stomach when they're both standing up. It's a yellow card all day long. And Bruno Fernandes, actually, to be fair to him, did console with Isak afterwards. But yeah, not good for me from Fernandes that. But Isak's okay. We have a free kick. Very high line Man United. It's really boring to watch. Floated ball comes in. Once a Newcastle head, doesn't get one. We're fall for. Oh, it's a foul anyway. But Schär was in the back post there. De Gea saved it, but there was a push by Dan Burn from the cross. Jerry says it's Anderson for Newcastle. No, he's on the bench. The Banger said the world's most handsome YouTuber is also a great commentator. Oh dear. Dalot back. There's lots of pressure on here. Man United don't like this pressure at all. But they did manage to get out to Martinez in the left-hand side of the defence at the minute. Probably going to go back to De Gea here. But there's going to be pressure again on De Gea, and he plays it out to Luke Shaw. Ball down the line, looking for the win of Rashford. It's just so obvious. Fabian Schär covers brilliantly. Now Trippier has it. Back to Fabian Schär. Long ball from Rashford. It's anti-football, if you like. Terrible clearance there. Bruno tidies up and plays a ball for Maxi, who gets the control. Little flick inside. Surely didn't do it. Went for Bruno instead. Sold him a little bit short, but he got it back to Sven Botman. It was Willock, in fact, not Maxi. Now it's with Botman again. Botman, calm as you like. Plays the ball in for Isak, takes it in. He's fouled there, and it's a bad one also for Martins. That's a yellow card. In from behind on the calf. Referee's got to get a grip here. He's letting them kick us to shit. That's a yellow card all day long. Absolutely all day long. Gets very murdered, that Martinez. Anyway. Trippier has it wide on the right-hand side. We'll have to come back. He's pressured by 3 Man United players. Comes all the way back to Nick Pope, who's 10 yards outside his goal. He'll square it to Botman. He's going to get a bit of pressure from Cartos here. Now it's with Dan Burn. Down the line for Maxi. Got to get there first. Did get there first. Now Burn breaks. Give it to Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno, nice ball to Murphy, who's come inside a little bit. He's got an out, and that play on the outside at Trippier. Didn't give him much to run onto there, and Trippier's ball is horrific. Looking for Murphy, he'll keep challenging. And Luke Shaw puts out the throw in to Newcastle. Good push from Jacob Murphy there. Now Trippier. Now Murphy again, inside the back for Longstaff. We'll get a goal kick for that one, I believe. That's off Longstaff. Martinez went out to clear up. And he's been pressurised, Martinez. Good start for Newcastle. 10 minutes on the clock. Still no goals. %64% possession in his first 10 minutes. This time they set up for the short play back in, but De Gea, there's 3 Newcastle players in the edge of the area, and then he hoops it as long as he can again. Looking for the head of Weghorst. Botman wins the ball in the air. Head forward there, looking for Rashford, finds him. Now Fernandes, and now Rashford. Very deep for Rashford, back to Bruno Fernandes. Wide there for Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw on the left flank, little chip inside, looking for Weghorst. Nods back, Weghorst, but will fall for Botman. He calmly plays to Trippier. Trippier plays down the line there for Longstaff. Longstaff inside now for Bruno Guimaraes, who takes that inside. The brilliant bit of play. Now it's with Dan Burn. Lets the ball run, and down the line he goes, looking for... Well, Max has got to get there first. Didn't get there first. Varane beat him to it, but could only put it out of play for a throw into Newcastle. Brilliant bit. Oh, and well, Weghorst, I don't know what happened there. It was our throw-in, and Cartles had managed to get a shot, corner of the 6-yard box and blast it into the side net. I'm not sure what happened there. It was a Newcastle throw-in, which Dan Burn took, and he threw it to Bruno, who's, well, it's foul. That's a foul from McTominay. Bruno's still on the floor. They played it through to Weghorst. Goal kick it is, but why he's not given a foul for that? It's unbelievable. McTominay threw the back of him. Same tackle as Martinez did a second ago. And the ref played on this time. Strange from the referee there. Atwell. It's a goal kick for Newcastle. We're forced to go long. Looking for the head of over his head it goes. Martinez has it now. And Martinez looking for a long... Again, it's long stuff. It's looking for Anthony this time on this right flank for Man United. He's toying with Dan Burn here. He's gone around the back of Dan Burn. He's going to tackle himself in the end here. Back he goes, though, for Dallo. First time cross. It's not a bad one. It's overhit. Trippier's header isn't great, but he has put it out for a throw-in. Overhit cross from Dallo. Trippier didn't know what to do. He had no shout. So he just cleared it for a throw-in. And the throw-in has already been taken with Martinez and Sandro Martinez. Now Varane. Back to Dallo. This was a throw-in in level with our penalty area. They've gone way back. Now it's with Anthony. Little flick inside Burn. He's fell over there. Well, I'm not sure he's actually touched him there, but he's fell over. And he's, oh my God, you want to see this? A little one hand on the back has forced Anthony to act like Nelson at the Battle of Trafalgar. You'd think, well, he hasn't even been kicked in the chest. He's holding his chest. Nothing's touched his chest. Did his players not know that there's cameras on them? You know, it's ridiculous. I think the ref's got to sell it. VAR said he's not even been touching the chest, so why is he holding his chest for? Absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And he's up on his feet already. Well, God's on. God, you know, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You wouldn't even get a rolling crossroads acting like that. Little flick on there from Bruno Fernandes. Longstaff has it. Fernandes at his back. Ball inside, looking for Murphy. He's outstrength there by Luke Shaw. Ball is with Dan Burn now. Cuts out the pass from McTominay. Dan Burn strolling through. Will come from Maxi. Maxi has it now. We'll have 2 men on him with Dan Burn on the outside of him. Inside Sabitzer, so outside Sabitzer. Ball in from Bruno. Bruno looking for the pass for Murphy. That's good ball. Trippier floating. Isak over his head. Will fall for Maxi. Maxi didn't bring it down at the right time there. Unfortunately, he didn't get it into control quick enough. Outside Anthony. Maxi. Now he's going against Dallo. And now Bruno's got 2 men on him, Bruno. Bruno's got a man coming from behind. Little 1-2. He's fouled off the ball there. The ref says play on. Absolutely ridiculous. But the poor pass there couldn't get Veghorst through. Man United again, 11 men behind the ball and trying to get us on the counter. There's a foul there on Bruno. The referee totally ignored it after the ball had gone. Saw it in full view too. Dan Burn has it now. Now inside for Joe Willock. He's been quiet so far. Willock against Sabitzer. Can go the far side. Lots of space there for the players on the right flank. And it's inside then for Murphy. Can he get a good cross in? Murphy, little chip. Looking for them. Oh, it's a great goal. Oh, how's he saved that, De Gea? 2 shots that he saved. Brilliant goalkeeper, you've got to say. But we should be one up there. Great header. Great save and point-blank header. Great save, De Gea. The ball fell to Newcastle player on the rebound, and he managed to save that too. Unbelievable goalkeeping from the Spanish goalkeeper. Bruno wins it deep in the Man United half. Down for Murphy. Murphy's cut inside. Luke Shaw. And in the end, it ricochets into the hands of David De Gea. That's a brilliant save, but we'll see who it was here. I think it might have been cross. It was Isak's header. Great save. Willock on the follow through. Straight at the goalkeeper. But great header from Isak. It's a brilliant save. It's point blank. But Willock's got to score there. And he's hit it straight at David De Gea, who's lying on the floor. Unbelievable goalkeeping. Man United on the attack now. Space here. But that's a terrible pass from Sabitzer. And now Bruno goes past him. It was like, in fact, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno is dominating there. He's going to let him catch up with him. Plays out for Murphy. Murphy switches play brilliantly to Alisson Maximan on his chest. Take it down. And if he gets there quickly, he's going to go against Dalot on his own. He is. Goes inside Dalot. Doesn't know where he's going. Maximan try and bend one. He does try and bend one, but it's an easy one for De Gea. We're playing very well at the minute. We're playing very well. It should be ahead. 16 minutes gone, nearly 17 in fact, still no goals. But that's only down to the magnificence of David De Gea. Isak dominated Martinez in the air. Great save, De Gea, but the shot from Willock should have been in the corner. I know it was reactionary. Straight at the goalkeeper wasn't great. Man United under pressure here. Martinez gets it down the line, but only to Sean Longstaff. The press is working today. Martinez just win the ball back though. Now it's with Bruno Fernandes. Goes out to Marcus Rashford against Kieran Trippier. Inside for Fernandes. Maxi with a weak tackle there. And that's with Anthony in the area. Could be dangerous. Tries to bend it. Didn't get any bend in it whatsoever. And goes about 10 yards wide. Been a very good start to the game. Very good start for Newcastle. David De Gea is keeping his score down. We'd be one up if it wasn't for the magnificence of that. The save from the header especially. Didn't know a lot about the Willock shot. Willock should have scored. Now Man United are trying to press us, but we get out of it easily with a lovely little floating pass from Cher to Kieran Trippier. Trippier goes long looking for the run of Murphy, and Murphy's got the legs on Cher on the shore there, but David De Gea came out covered, put it away for a throw-in. Again, Newcastle on the front foot, taken quickly. Oh, Isak's control let him down, but he does get it back. Isak's got it wide. Isak going against Toon, might get his shot in. In fact, it comes from Maxi. Here he is now, Maxi on this wide side. Got past Anthony. Brilliant cross! Oh, it's a header from Sean Longstaff. It's that far wide. Great play, Alisson Maximan. Again, great play from Newcastle United. We should really be up. This is a typical Manchester United performance. They're getting dominated again, but no one's scoring goals. And well, he's offside anyway. Longstaff would have been offside, so it wouldn't have counted. Maxi's skills today on show. Maxi's skills today on show. Long clearance from De Gea. Weghorst beaten the air by Botman superbly. Murphy, well played there to Isak. Isak tackled over for Martinez. Sabitzer takes a dive. And the ref gives a free kick 4 seconds after the event had happened. We're already on XG 1.19 on goals. Man United 0.07. Dominating 5 shots, 3 on target. Rafa Varane has it deep in the Man United half, being pressured by Maxi into McTominay, all the way back to the keeper it goes. We play it short, now he's going long, aiming for Rashford against Trippier. Rashford comes out second best to Kieran Trippier. Can Willock get there? No, he's let it bounce, and now Anthony has it. And Willock beats him, tackles him well, and sets Maxi away. Can he keep that in? Yes, he can. Maxi going against Dallo. Two have come across to him. Oh, terrible pass from Maxi. Had Bruno level with him, but the ball was awful. Willock gets a foot in there to Fernandez, and I think it's going to go all over the throw-in. Good defending there from Willock. Started the game well. Really are up for this, but as yet, the goal hasn't gone in. Luke Shaw over on that far side where the sun is still evident. The shadow of the stand is now covering, I'm going to say 3/4 of the pitch. Probably a bit more than that. Anyway, throw-in is won by Newcastle. Longstaff back to Jacob Murphy. Little ball over the top, going nowhere. Martinez can cover that. And indeed does. Pressure from Longstaff. Ball with a dangerous one, but Sabitzer has it. Now it's with Luke Shaw, back to Martinez, and back to David De Gea. And there's going to be pressure in for Murphy. And Murphy will bust a gut, but he goes out to Rafa Varane. He's going to get pressured. Now it's with Anthony, with Burn at his back. No, there's no foul there. Handball, if anything. Why did you give a free kick against Man United? Against Dan Burn. And Dan Burn's having a word with Stuart Atwell here. Dan Burn's done nothing wrong. Anthony's trying to shield it, a 5'2" bloke against a 6'7" bloke. And trying to be physical with him. And then fell over. You know, it's... Long word here for Dan Burn, but I mean, he's backing into him. Hasn't touched him. The only foul there. And then Anthony tries to start and Burn. Oh, what a team of scumbags these fuckers are. Honest to God. They really are. Varane has it now. Back to David De Gea. He's got time this time. No pressure, really. And it's with Martinez, who can pick a pass now because no one pressure him. And in fact, he comes forward 10 yards and floats a ball out there to Sabitzer with an absolutely ridiculous man bun. Back to Luke Shaw. And then inside for Martinez. Halfway through the first half. Still no goals, but I don't know how. Man United have managed to manufacture some space here. It's out with Rashford on that far touchline. Longstaff comes to help out. Back he goes to Luke Shaw. And in fact, it's gone out of play. Awful from Rashford. He must have gone off a Newcastle foot because it's a Man United throw. Luke Shaw has it again. Bruno Fernandes. Luke Shaw. Pressured all the way back. This is absolutely tedious to watch. They're here for points. And if they manage to crap anything else, then that'll be it. De Gea, pressure's coming through now. I think they're trying to pull us out. But that hasn't worked. Because Newcastle have won the ball back. Longstaff, it's a foul there. By Luke Shaw, on Luke Shaw and Longstaff. And in the end, the pressure, it's hold, and they gave the ball away, Man United. So it'll be a Newcastle United free kick. Watch this high line for Man United. The free kick is about 40 yards from goal, but it's wide on that right side. But I'm not sure if they've actually hold the line 10 yards of the ball here. Well, they've set up the line about 2 yards outside the D for a free kick that's maybe, well, I'm going to say 35 yards. Little fake there. Ball comes in. Looking for Newcastle head. So it's on the head of Dallo. Maxi picks it up. He's got Rashford against him. Goes to Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes on this wide flank here. Back to Maxi. All the way back. And it goes to Fabian Schär. Fabian Schär inside for Willock. Trying to wait for the ball to get to him. And then he does get to him. Now it's with Jacob Murphy. He's got Trippier wide on the right. He does give it Trippier. Trippier now can pick a little cross. Comes to Bruno. Back to Murphy. Has a go! But long, high, wide and handsome. Nice move from Newcastle. The final shot wasn't very good. But he had to go for it. From the corner of the area, we're 24.5 minutes in. Nice chest from Bruno Guimaraes. The shot hurried. Luke Shaw closed him down. And, it was not very good. To throw into Man United level with a penalty area on that left flank that Luke Shaw will be taking. Fernandez now to Rafa Varane. And then he comes out for Dallo here, and Maxi's got to get back to help out with Dan Burnley because it's 2 against 1 if he doesn't get back. Maxi is trying to get back. Bruno gets a foot in. Stop falling over. Rashford fell over, didn't get a free kick this time. The theatrics are absolutely awful. So Maximan, brilliant little twist there to get away from Bruno Fernandes. Ball in for Longstaff, will come wide here with Joe Willock. Joe Willock on this left flank, 3 on him now. Comes back to Maxi. Maxi then to Bruno in the centre circle, then square again he goes to Fabian Schär. Newcastle coming forward again with Kieran Trippier on the right flank. We'll come back to Bruno Guimaraes. McTominay on his back this time. Little ball there for Murphy. And Scott McTominay went in late on. Why did they stop play there? We had the ball. And then they stopped play. Bruno's won it back. And Newcastle should get a throw in. He's given it Man United from 30 yards away. Oh, God, this is irritating me. And Marcus Rashford, when he fell over a minute ago, took his boot off and slammed it to the floor. Ten Hag in the 4th official's face. This is absolutely, there are no bigger scumbags in world football than these, I've got to say. And they're trying to get in the referees here. It's like watching, awful. Awful behaviour from the Man United team. They've been fined for it this year already on more than one occasion, and it doesn't seem to affect them. Newcastle have the ball deep with Fabian Schär. Sven Botman has got it in the centre of the defence for Newcastle. Now getting pressure from Wout Weghorst. Back to Schär, back to Nick Pope now. Nick Pope takes a touch, will clear it long, and there it goes. Looking for that of Isak. Isak does get a flick onto it, there's no one near him. And Man United managed to clean it up. It's with Sabitzer at the moment. Back it goes to Rafa Varane, who's trying to take on Willock here. Play the ball down here for Rashford. They've swapped wings here, Rashford and Anthony. Little deflected pass there. And Newcastle play through that brilliantly. Ball trying to get out around the back of Dallo. Maxi gave up on that pretty early, actually, but he was never going to get there. De Gea has it being pressured by Murphy. Wide it goes, and more pressure coming on Isak. From Shaw, he gets around it all right. Still pressure. Luke Shaw steps outside that nicely, plays it to Fernandes and now to Varane, and Man United get out of the pressure this time quite nicely. Well, not nicely, but with a good bit of football, let's say. 1-2 with McTominay. McTominay does get a foot in there, plays it back to Rafa Varane. Now it's with Luke Shaw, who's very deep in field, very much inside. Man United starting to take control of the possession now, not in great areas though. Dallo, Varane, all in the back 4, back to Dallo again. The press of Newcastle's non-existent now, and maybe they've taken a breather. 28 minutes gone. Been pretty 100% effort so far. Martinez now to Sabitzer. Sabitzer, little inside for Anthony, who misses the ball. Trippier wins it easily. Now with Bruno Guimaraes, back to Schär. Out to Trippier, pressure from Anthony. Trippier steps inside him, gives it to Sean Longstaff. Now Bruno has it. He's fouled there. Definitely fouled there. I think it was McTominay. Trippier and McTominay having a bit of to-do. He's got his arms all over him, pushed him over. And McTominay wanted the free kick there. Maxi has it now. First touch ain't great. He's fouled though by Dallo. Oh. Do you know what? If I was, you never buy a team to get Man United. They're awful to watch. Hatchet men. That's all they are. Botman back to to Pope. Pope's going to clear it long, looking for the head of Isak, who's going up against Martinez. He's also got Shaw in. This time, Van goes across and helps out, and now Martinez picks up the clearance and he plays it out to Varane. Now to Luke Shaw, inside for Sabitzer. First time pass is a good one. Anthony's come inside, back to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes looking for out ball, gives it to Diego Dallo. And Man United just trying to kill this now. Trying to kill the atmosphere, trying to kill what forward momentum Newcastle had. Playing it amongst themselves. We'll let them do it in a minute. Martinez, being pressured by Isak, goes past Isak. Schär gets a nice little foot in there. Now Botman has it. Good ball. First touch. into, well, it's with Willock. Willock's coming forward. He's got Maxi on the left of him, and that's where it goes. Maxi, corner of the area, back to Willock. Willock might have a crack. Does it's deflected. It'll be a corner ball. We went forward there with a little bit of enterprise, but there was no real creativity there. In the end, Willock had a shot deflected off Bruno Fernandes. Went for a corner, set piece. Well, we've had a few corners, which Kieran Trippier, of course, will take. Plenty of big men in there. The tricky was to get isolated against Martis. It's high one, looking for the head of. Well, it's over the. Well, David De Gea came to get it and missed it. And in the end, in the panic, they've cleared it for a throw-in. Varane it was. Poor defending there for Man United. We didn't take advantage of it. David De Gea wanted a free kick. Fuck off. They want a free kick for everything. Joe Willock has it. And he played it square then to Kieran Trippier. Now Bruno. First time ball out there for Murphy. Murphy comes back to Trippier. And Newcastle now playing keep ball. Fabian Schär back in our own half now. And now Sven Botman has it. Now he goes to Dan Burn. Got Maxi down the line if he wants him, but goes back to Sven Botman instead. All the way back to Nick Pope, I'm guessing here. And it was indeed Weghorst with a bit of pressure. But Pope plays it to Trippier. First time pass is a good one to Longstaff. Longstaff has a player on his back. He's fouled him. Ref took an age for the ref to blow the whistle. Just blow it straight away, ref. When there's a foul, blow the ball straight, blow the whistle straight away. Then you don't get all this hassle. Anyway, Newcastle on the attack with Longstaff. Got Trippier overlapping. Comes inside for Bruno Guimaraes. First touch ain't great. Have to go back to Longstaff. Longstaff plays it wide from now Trippier. Inside for Bruno with the space now. McTominay's on it. Little curveball over the top, looking for the run of Murphy. Didn't hit the pass perfectly. And Man United can bring the ball away. Bruno Fernandes has it in the left-back area. Little one touch there from Sabitzer out for Luke Shaw. First time pass over the top, trying to break the offside trap here. Fernandes it is. Being marched up by Botman, I think it is. Deflected shot from Dalot. And it's into the arms of Pope. Not a bad attack from Man United, but didn't get him anywhere. Maxi's coming in field now. Bruno Guimaraes obviously been marked by McTominay and not doing a great job of it so far, McTominay. Anyway, here's Trippier. Ball in there for Murphy. Got a bit of space here, Jacob Murphy, and comes for Maxi. Maxi's coming field now. Now it's with Willock. Willock taking on Dalot. Come off of Man United. It was a good shot. It was on his way close, but it's blocked. And now Sven Botman picks up the... What's Weghorst doing there? Get him in the fucking book, for Christ's sake. They played the advantage. Dan Burn has it. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. No one out wide for him, so he goes to Trippier. He's quite a long way in field. Nice ball out from Trippier for Murphy. Murphy trying to beat Martinez, gets a deflection off Martinez. It'll be into the corner. Again, Newcastle starting to come more into the game now. 33 and a half minutes have gone. It's still no goals. Willock coming into the game more now, and so is Maxi. They've swapped places. Corner's a short one. Back and goes Trippier. In comes the cross. Cleared easily by McTominay. And actually, Willock has to get his skates on here. And does well. Gives it out to Trippier. Trippier comes backwards all the way to Pope. And the ball is in the possession of Nick Pope, and now it's with Dan Burn. It's Sven Botman. Even with glasses, I can't tell them apart. Botman. Now Dan Burn. Got Fabian Schär square if he needs him. Instead he goes to Sven Botman. Botman turns, has a bit of space, floats one that far touch. Lots a beautiful pass for Longstaff. Nice touch inside also. Murphy does a little shimmy there. Murphy's on his way here. Great ball! Isak! Oh, he delayed. He delayed. Now Man United coming to counter with McTominay. And McTominay plays it out here for Marcus Rashford. Rashford steps inside. A little bit of trickery from Rashford. Burns going nowhere. And Burn gets a great tackle in. Great bit of defending from Dan Burn. Marcus Rashford couldn't get past him. Brilliant tackle. Should have took a bit of his ankle while he was at it. What Manchester United doing here is no different to what Leeds United did earlier in the season, or Crystal Palace, or Bournemouth. They've come to basically for a point anyway. They're allowing Rashford, sorry, it's Varane, and now it's with Anthony. They've come back to the natural wings now. Anthony against Burn gets a cross in, looking for the far post, and Trippier wins the header well. Can Trippier get to the second board? He can. Does brilliantly. Oh, might have lost that. He has done. Into the good tackle over from Cher. Brilliant defending from the Swiss. Longstaff. Oh, it's poor ball from Longstaff. Give Maxi no chance. Played a pass between the two players. Maxi tried to come back for it. Didn't work. And Man United have a throw in. And back it goes to Varane. Now Sabitzer back to Martinez in the Man United half in the centre circle. Now inside for Varane. And Man United trying to pick up a gap in our defence. Dalot has it. Inside there for, well, it's Sabitzer. Long crossfield raking pass for Rashford. Trippier goes out to meet him. Ball inside. Great bit of defending. Will be a goal kick. Fernandes is down injured. Oh, fuck off. They want a penalty. Ball came across to Rashford. Inside. That's a great tackle from Fabian Cher. Great tackle. Man and ball together. Rashford put his leg in. Fernandes put his leg in. And he wants a penalty for that. You fuck right off, you goofy cock. It's not a goal kick. It should be a corner. Nearly 37 minutes gone. Fernandes is okay now. He hasn't got his penalty that he was after. Cher takes the ball through. Longstaff runs it out of play. Longstaff's been very poor this first half, I've got to say. Not been back to his normal self. I can't read the comments, McKean. It's on commentating. Obviously, I have one set of eyes. I'm not fucking Nucky the Bear. I can't look in two different directions. Anyway, we have 726 of you with me, and Man United on the attack. But a great tackle there. Sven Botman, and he's marching forward in glory. Give it to Maxi. He's got one against him. Can he go inside him? Maxi goes over this far side. Longstaff from distance. It's that's so close. Oh, that's close. Great play from Maxi. Drove at Dalot. Played it for Longstaff. 20 yards out. Oh, man, that's so close. De Gea's beaten there. It's a great effort. It's from the top corner as well. From the top corner would have been a fantastic goal. But Longstaff, after I've criticised him, he's come into the game with that fantastic shot, literally inches wide of the post. Great effort. And De Gea's taken the goal kick. Long, looking for Wout Weghorst, who I don't believe has won a header all day. Murphy shrugged off the ball there. Wins it back and gives it straight to McTominay. Unlucky there, Murphy. Looking for the run of McTominay, but great defending from Cher. Now Longstaff picks up the pieces, and Bruno plays a lovely little ball to Longstaff, who comes marching through, looking for the ball over the top. Ain't going to get there. And Dalot gets his head to it. Anthony gets the ball back. Little back foot. Nice play from Anthony. Got to give him credit there. And Man United on the attack here. Dalot with the ball across the area, and everyone's missed out there. It will be a throw into Newcastle United on that far side. Lovely flick from Anthony. That's to set Dalot away. Was a really nice bit of football. Got to give him credit. Great cross from Dalot. But unfortunately for us, no scumbags were close to the vicinity of the ball. And out for throwing, it went on the far side, which Kieran Trippier will take. Poor clearance, though, but we will get the ball back further up the line. Luke Shaw couldn't keep the ball in play. Nearly 40 minutes on the clock. This first half flew by. Newcastle United have played really well this first half. We will be joined by Alex at half-time. The link has been sent to him. Bruno Guimaraes clears it. And great control from Isaac. Can he set Maxi here? He can. Maxi's on his way here. Maxi's got the pace to get past Varane. Maxi's got to go on the outside. Oh, why is he not? He's passed it to Isaac! Oh, my God, he's got a score there. He's blasted it over the bar. It's Willock, in fact. Of course it's Willock. Isaac would have scored. Why am I even saying that? Brilliant play from Max to set Willock up. And Willock from, let's say, 8 yards, 10 yards, has blasted it. Not very high, wide and handsome. Brilliant from Isaac here. To control the ball, put Max in. Max is really run at the defence here. I thought he was going to go himself. He probably should have done. He played it for Willock, who's coming in from deep. He's panicked. He snaps at it. And he's got a little bobble. It's just over the bar. Good Lord. I'm not reading any messages, Martin, because I'm commentating. Good Lord. Can you stop? How can I commentate and read comments? Have you not noticed what? Oh, maybe you're being sarcastic. Anyway, that should have been a goal for Newcastle. We should be 2 or 3 up in this game. And now Man United on the attack with Anthony. Dan Burn struggling to get goal side of him here. Got to be alert here because Anthony, well, he's going to get a corner out of that, I think. I think Eric Ten Hag's going to go out to his camper van at half time and make some more meth. It's been absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I must check, see if Alex got the link. I've sent him one on Twitter. It's going to corner to Man United. It's dangerous. Hopefully he'll join us. In swinging corner. They've got some big guys in there. And there it goes. Pope came out fit. And it's volleyed at the far post by Anthony, leaning back over the bar into the Gala Gates. Tried a kind of donkey kick, which is quite apt for them toss pots. 42 on the clock. It's still no goals. We've missed some great chances this first half. We really have. We really have. Nick Pope, long clearance, looking for that of Isaac, but Martinez managed to get there first, but only diverted to Willock. Now Maxi going against Dallo on the outside of him. Will Curtin side at some stage. And there he goes now. Play it back now. Willock again. It's Isaac. That's handball. Possibility of handball. Martinez did put his hands close to his chest, but VAR will look at that surely. Anyway, Man United on your counter with Bruno Fernandes out wide here for Anthony. He's got Dan Burn on a little bit of toast, actually, at the moment. He's been their most dangerous player by a country mile. Now it's with Varane and at the centre circle, that halfway line. You're now going into Newcastle's half. And they're going to go for Anthony every opportunity now. And Anthony couldn't keep that one in. Poor control. We're going to see this handball now. I think Martinez just gets his hands close to his... He's deliberately handballed it. However, he's done it like with his hands close to his side. Very clever defending. It's a shit law. It's a shit law. Dan Burr with a long throw now. He's going to be looking for... Well, it's gone over the head of Dallo. And if you have a hand clears down the line again. Little chest from Weghorst for Anthony. Bruno gets in on McTominay. McTominay does manage to handball that. And a goal kick it will be. McTominay trying to get forward. To no effect. Almost half time. As I say, Stato should be here at half time with me to go through that first half. Will I nip out to water the daisies, so to speak, and give his impressions on the first half? Anyhow, long clearance from Nick Pope, looking for the head of Murphy. Shaw's in the back of him, wins the ball, Shaw. Now it's with Rashford. Ball inside poor. Bruno picks it up, but he has been intercepted by Scott McTominay and it'll be thrown to Newcastle. And McTominay makes about his 28th foul of the first half there on Bruno Guimaraes. Not even a hint of a yellow card. Which Fabian Schär will take. In the last minute of the first half, soon going to find out how much injury time or extra time, which you were playing, added time. Burn heads it forward. Not the greatest header. Willock's trying to get him behind. A slice clearance from Dallow. Up goes Longstaff, beats Fernandez in the air. McTominay beats Isak. And Isak goes straight on the chase, try and get Shaw. And does get him too. And we've got 1 minute of injury time in this first half. I mean, we've had about 3 or 4 Man United players down. So why is only 1 minute of added time? I don't know, but there we go. That's what Stuart Atwell's deemed there to be. And Man United are on the attack. There'll be a foul there by Longstaff on Bruno Fernandes. That's actually Sabitzer. Luke Shaw will take the free kick. Ball is now with Varane. Just end of the first half. Ebbing out now. Back to Dallow. Man United happy with their lot at the minute. They've come for a point, clearly. Long ball from Varane, looking for Rashford. The referee blows his whistle. And it's the end of the first half. No goals. But it doesn't tell a tale at all. David De Gea has made 2 fantastic saves. Newcastle have been very profligate in front of goal. Joe Willock should have scored 2. But we've been the better side. Second half, let's punish them. One of these chances will go in eventually. I'm certain of it. Half-time score 0-0. And we can take some comments while we wait till Alex joins us for his impressions of the first half. Mum, you will score first. Mark my words, we are our own worst enemies. Yeah, we have been very profligate in front of goal. Shame on you, is shite, mate. It's like all games against Man United, missing our chances, not good enough. Yeah. David De Gea saved them a heap of points this year. Matt's been good, but just the balls. He's looked dangerous every single time he's got it. Kendo says, we're by far the better team, but worried about the counter. Yeah, indeed. Are you Bournemouth in disguise? They have been very, 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 very negative. Very, very negative. Shamrock says, how many chances these guys going to squander? Yeah, it's not the first time we've said it either, is it? Let's be honest. We should have scored 2 or 3 times. Rach says Max has been brilliant first half. He has been absolutely outstanding. It's created so much. I'm going to check and see if Alex has got that link because he's not here. And he should be. I'm going to check my WhatsApp. Excuse his silence, folks. Oh, he's here. No need to message him. Here he is. Let's get rid of that comment from Rachel and let's get the Statman in.
How are we doing?
Very good. How are you?
Very well. I've got the sun in my picture. Never mind. Yeah, very, very good. Very good. Shame we're not winning, but I mean, we've done everything but score, really.
Yeah, it's the old story, isn't it? Not putting our chances away, both through bad misses and some good goalkeeping. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they were extremely lucky that Willock shot went into De Gea, who was just prone. Great first save from De Gea, well done. Great header from Isak, but then the fact that it just unfortunately just went to where the goalkeeper was just lying down on the floor. Extremely fortunate for Manchester United. Just blocking, saving it for their lives. 9 shots to 1, absolutely all over them. You can see they're trying to play with the tactics as well. They've used Rashford and Anthony on Burn to try and get him booked early and try and rattle it. Fortunately, the ref's seen through that, not shown the yellow card to Dan Burn. Dan Bird's been growing into it, putting in a nice challenge. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I mean, they've come for a draw, haven't they? They've come for a draw and to hit us on the counter. For a side that's cost multi-millions of pounds to assemble, it ain't great for them, is it?
Indeed, 225 million spent in Ten Hag's first transfer window. They brought players in January, and we look like the superior first 11. You can see that the differences between the squad we had available, the players we had available in the final to now. you can see that we're a lot better. We've got Joe Linton on the bench, Anthony Gordon on the bench, Callum Wilson on the bench. And we're all over them, absolutely all over them. Statistically, 52% possession. Oh, wow, the XG's moved up since I've last looked at it. 1.72 XG to their meager 0.14. So this game really on paper should be 2-0. Obviously, unfortunately, we've just not put our chances away. 11 shots to 2 now, actually. So, yeah, all over them. We just need to repeat in the second half and make sure they don't get a scratty goal somewhere and end up walking away with 3 points, because we are the team that deserve it at the moment.
Let's find a comment you can talk on while I take a quick visit to the loo, because I'm dying. There you go. There's one from Brian. That's an interesting one. I'll talk about Dunburn.
Yeah, no, Dunburn's been very tidy. Everybody knows I'm not a huge fan of the Dunburn experiment at left back, but you can see he's being very, very careful, very vigilant. I think he's been very unfortunate for the couple of fouls he's given away. I don't think there was much in that. I think they were play acting a lot. And he's grown into it. The referee's not booked him, and he's managed to keep his head cool and do very well with it. I'm kind of surprised some of the Manchester United players haven't had a booking for some of their complaining and simulation. It's been poor. Anthony, I think this was before the whistle went as well. Dan Burn was kind of over him a little bit. It was probably a foul. But before the whistle went, Anthony handled the ball and then stood up and shifted into Dan Burn. So you got a handball and a push. How he walked away with that with no yellow card is beyond me, and somehow with a free kick. Fernandez kicking his studs up against the chest of Isak as well. I don't know if you're getting your studs on somebody's upper chest, and let's not forget Isak 6'3", 6'4". Fernandez should have had a booking for that, or at least a warning. The Rashford complaining constantly, Fernandez and that penalty shout constantly complaining, Ten Hag in the fourth official's ear. They are a nightmare. They are horrible. They've come to try and play for tactics, and it's going to be a real shame if they walk away with any points from this game based on how they've approached it. And it's great to see the fans calling them out for their time wasting. The fans at the ground are doing an amazing job. I've got dual commentary on at the moment, and they are commentating as if it's at Old Trafford. It's disgraceful. But the fans in the stadium are doing an immense job at just calling out the time wasting, keeping the game going, trying to make sure we're pressuring the referee, the same that the Manchester United players are trying to influence the referee even before kickoff.
What do you think about Max's performance so far? It's been outstanding, hasn't he?
I wouldn't say he's outstanding. This is what I expect from him. This is what I want from him. This is the standard sort of stuff I want to see when he's on the pitch. This should be what he's delivering consistently, which I know is what a lot of people want as well. If he can deliver this, that's fine. That is all we want from him. He's mixed it up. He's taken the fullback on a couple of times. He's had a shot, and then there was that final time where he gave it back to Willock centrally when there was loads of space, and they weren't expecting that. So he's mixed it up 3 or 4 times. He's been careful, not lost the ball in silly areas. He's pushing it centrally to Bruno when it's appropriate. Murphy's been okay as well. So the wingers have not been too bad. I do expect to see Anthony Gordon come on at some point. As for Joe Linton, I don't know if he brings him on where he'll put him. That could be curious.
What are you expecting from the second half? Are you expecting more of the same? Is it just a case of just putting one of these chances away?
Yeah, I mean, it's very unfortunate we haven't done, because we're not going to be able to do the second 45 minutes in the same way we've done the first. We put in so much of that. Eddie Howe has done a few post-match interviews this season where he said maybe we went a little bit too hard first half. I think this might be one of those games. I think we need to be really careful we don't end up losing this, because we are the better side. It's clear to see we're the better side. We've just got to be so careful they don't sneak this game. We don't give away a dodgy free kick or a penalty, or somebody switches off, because by rights we should be 2-0 up at least. So we've just got to keep doing more of the same. We've got a good bench today. We've got some variety. We've got Anderson can come on, Joe Linton, Gordon, Wilson. So we've got options for the first time in a long time. The lads just need to, dig in, keep the energy going, more of the same in the second half, and hopefully the substitutes will give a few of the lads a break.
Isak's maintained his good form, hasn't he? He's had a good first half too, hasn't he? He's got Martinez where he wants him, really, hasn't he? Especially physically. which is strange.
He's so good. He's so good. I mean, Martinez has obviously been praised significantly by Manchester United fans and neutrals, and rightly so. He's a good player, but he's up for a tough test today. He's just about holding on to Isak. Isak's got the better of him a few times. I think he lost Isak for that header, and it's only, I think De Gea has helped Martinez out a couple of times. Otherwise, it would have gone down as Martinez's fault. So yeah, Isak just looks so good. I think all of those question marks about aerial ability and physicality have now gone. He looks like he can do it. He's done it consistently for 4 to 5 weeks now against an array of teams and against an array of level of teams. He's fine. He's got it. So as long as he can keep going with this.
Do you think Stuart Atwell will discover where he's left his yellow cards at half time? Because I mean, McTominay must have gone 4 or 5 from the back over the top tackles, not been even spoken to.
Look. On the one hand, I'm happy that he's let the game flow a bit, because it can get really annoying just watching the whistle go every 10 seconds. But on the flip side, I think maybe one of our lads possibly could have been in the book, and maybe 2 or 3 of theirs definitely should have. I was just talking when you went to the loo. I was just I'm just suggesting that Fernandez's studs going up Isak's chest should have been looked at. Should have been a yellow. Because Isak's a tall lad. So to have your boot up about what his chest is going to be, sort of 5'9", 5'10". So to have his boot studs up that high is ridiculous anyway. That's literally his height. So, and likewise the Anthony handball as well. He touched the ball before the whistle went on one of the burn fouls, and then leaned into him and somehow got away with no yellow card, which is bizarre.
I think he got the free kick as well, which is ridiculous.
And a free kick, yeah. They got a packet of chocolate buttons and a kiss. I don't know how they're getting away with some of these things, honestly.
What's your predictions then? Are you maintaining your preview prediction of 3-0? Do you think? I can't see that now, can you? Had we put away our chances, yes, well, I think we could.
Yeah, I mean, we should have done on the way the game's played out. I think 3-0, 3-1. I mean, they don't even look like scoring. I mean, that Weghorst shot, there was a foul in the build-up that was ignored.
Yeah, totally
which
ignored.
Was a shame. Yeah. So their best chance really shouldn't have even counted, because it should have been pulled back for a free kick. I think the second half is going to be very different. I don't think we can play like this for the full second half. I think Manchester United are going to get a little bit more of the ball, a few more chances. They're going to get more than one shot in the second half, I would imagine. But we just need a cheeky goal. Again, we're at that point now where it doesn't need to be incredible. It just needs to go in somehow. I don't care anymore. We've had a lot of good chances. It just needs to go in. And hopefully the substitutions will play a really important part.
Because a point suits Man United. They've come for a point, haven't they? Let's be honest. They're happy with a 0-0. And we'll go back to Old Trafford with a point. That's the way they're playing.
Well, the point keeps them 3 points ahead of us. Yeah. So they wouldn't mind that. That keeps us at arm's length from them. It keeps them in third position. So they would happily take a draw. They know that we've got a far superior goal difference to them, and this is dangerous. If we win this, they're going to start sliding again, because obviously they don't want to fall away and miss out on Champions League. So definitely play for a draw. I think they will.
Yeah, I mean they've come here again. It's been long ball stuff, hasn't it? Mainly a couple of nice little touches from Anthony. But it's frustrating to watch his knees. Just a worky ticket. And most of the team are. Even Rashford's been at it today. It's not good.
Yeah, I think Rashford, that he picked up his own boot, smashed it on the ground, screaming at the referee. The referee needs to grow some and start warning people, because none of the players on the pitch have shown him any respect. A few of our lads have been having a go at the referee. A few of their lads have been having a go. And I'll try and be fair. Show some yellow cards, take control of the game, because somebody's going to hurt somebody, and it's going to ruin the game. It's going to ruin. It's a brilliant game so far, but in the second half, if a few of the lads go, it'll ruin the match. There'll be red cards, yellow cards, and it will just. We'd rather just see some great football. To be fair, I know some people like to see handbags, but it depends.
Yep. So we can look forward to a good second half. Let's hope we can get one. Just one goal will help, because it will pull them out. And then we can start hitting them on the counts, can't we?
Yeah, Yeah, and one or even one goal in that first half would have been brilliant. But if we can just nick an early goal, it means they're going to have to change how they play, which will suit us absolutely. Especially Gordon to come on off the bench with the pace.
Yeah.
Joe Linton with a bit of physicality will come on with no booking as well. We've got no bookings, so we can be a little bit more aggressive. Again, some good performances. I think Willock and Longstaff have been very good as well. Longstaff showing, considering all the criticisms he's had, he looks fine. Some of the little intricate play, him and Bruno, instead of booting at long ball, a couple of times they've tried to play it through and they've managed it very, very well. Longstaff is definitely improving technically. I think he is very close to his ceiling in terms of technical ability, but he is making steady progress technically. He's definitely getting better. You can see it.
I was critical of him for a little while in the first half, and then he hit that shot, which was literally inches past that top corner. Unbelievable effort.
Yeah, a lot more positive passing from Longstaff, I think, today. Switches and forward passes. It's not quite as much sideways stuff, which is, again, one of the things we've been critical of. So, some improvements. I'd like to see Willock be a bit more careful on defensive tracking. He just let Varane sort of push into us once. But Willock's always had that problem where sometimes he'll just brush past somebody and just not make a tackle. He's done that before in the past. He's got to make sure he doesn't do that. You got to every man counts.
And he needs to get his finishing boots on, because apart from that, they're looking going forward. He's looking really good. The teams are actually coming out.
Murphy could have had 7 or 8 this season.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, Willock even.
Yeah, absolutely. Teams are coming out for the second half. Join us at full time, Alex, for a full time recital or whatever you want to call it. Talk about the rest of the second half.
Victory chat, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Victory chat. Yeah, let's have a bit of that. Brilliant. We'll see you at 90 minutes then, mate. Thanks for coming on.
See you soon, everyone.
Giving us a great talk. See you later, Alex. So that was Stato there with his take on the first half. Very positive it was too. It's all about whether we can maintain this fantastic kind of rate we're playing at the minute. The speed and energy we're playing at. Can we maintain it for the second half? And can we get that goal, that crucial goal, which will force Man United to come out of the shows, and then we can start being what they've been doing and hit them on the counter. 933 of you watching. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing to it. It doesn't cost you a penny. Hit the subscribe button and also give us a thumbs up, a like, which will move us up the algorithm. The second half has started, in fact. That's before I even mentioned super chats, which are available by hitting the $sign. And of course, you can become a member by hitting the join button also. That's all the official stuff done. We're back in the game, and Newcastle have a throw in on the far side, far right with far left, with Dan Burn. 45 and 22 seconds on the clock, in fact. So we are very new into this second half. Long throw, looking for Isak who'd come across there. It came off Varane and out for a throw-in. Level with a penalty area to Newcastle. Whether Dan Burn's going to hoof one of those long ones in. No, he took it already to Willock. Willock dancing round two, give it to Maxi. Maxi's fouled there, and the referees give it to on the corner of the area. Great control from Maxi. Mary's joined us. Hi, Mary. Hope you're well. Foul there from Dallo, in fact. Great control from Maxi. And then Dallo dived in, took him down, free kick all day long. And it's a very dangerous one for Newcastle United. Man United can't have the high line because it's right on the corner of the quadrant of the area. Well, it was closer than that. They've moved it back about 10 yards again. Why do they do this? Isak's gone to join Trippier. Trippier's going to in-swing this. Any flick on here, it should be a goal, surely. As long as they can keep it down. Isak's joined the crew in the box, which you can see Botman, Burn, Bruno Guimaraes, Share, Longstaff. It's a yard from the corner of the area towards the corner flag. So any kind of header should be probably it's a low deep one, or it's a poor header from Fabian Share, and that's probably knocked him out again. And down he's gone again with concussion, and he's down. It's a regular occurrence. Fabian Share's down with a head injury, which has caused him diving for a free kick. All the Man United players concerned about it. And the officials the physios are on to monitor him. There's a poor header from Fabian Share. Didn't catch it right at all. But it's actually caused him more damage than anything else. And at the minute, he's lying prone on the floor. Dan Burns laughing with Bruno Fernandes. David De Gea looking concerned. And they've got to be careful of this because Fabian Schär goes down with these kind of injuries far too much. Far too much. He really does. Ten Hag's just had a chat with Weghorst there. I'm guessing it's going to be pushed on Schär now with... Well, I wonder if he's going to come off. I wonder if he's going to come off here because too many knocks to the head this lad's taking. 2 minutes being attended to here, and they've got to be really careful with this protocol. Schär's up and looks okay. This happens far too often. Far too often. He looks more compos mentis than what he did at Wembley, but he is jogging off to come back on again. Obviously, he's got to go off first. Will be a goal kick to Manchester United. Whether they let him come back on or not, I don't know. I'm not sure he even is. No, he's back on already. Schär's back on. And Man United have it with Lisandro Martinez, who's coming forward. No pressure on him. Approaching the halfway line. Ball inside the back. Little slide there from Sabitzer to Luke Shaw. Inside for Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford being marked up there by Trippier. Now it's with Fernandes, who's gone around the outside of Trippier. Won't keep it in. Goal kick to Newcastle United. Which will be taken by Nick Pope. Will be taken by Nick Pope. Kicking towards the Gallagher end. Remember when we used to moan about the Sports Direct signs? Well, I'm going to have another little moan now because there's a big Castore sign on the Gallagher stand, which it looks just cheap and nasty, if I'm perfectly honest. Anyway, long clearance from Nick Pope, looking for Isaac. He gets a flick onto it, beats McTominay in the air. Little nodded head down from the long staff, looking for Murphy. Luke Shaw comes and interrupts it and intercepts it. Sorry, back to David De Gea. Pressure from Isaac. Now Maxi's going to pressure Dalot. Dalot clears it long, looking for the run of Sabitzer, who gets there. Bruno gets a foot in, but Man United do maintain possession, and it's in the centre circle with Martinez back in their own half. And Newcastle United now filtering players back to help defend. Balls out wide here with Marcus Rashford hugging the touchline. Murphy's come back to get in front of him. Back he goes to McTominay. McTominay goes square for Sabitzer and then back to Martinez. Bit of possession football from Manchester United here. Good interception though from Willock. And now Bruno's on the attack, being chased by Sabitzer. Bruno's got a leg though and goes past Sabitzer and plays it wide to Maxi. One-on-one here with Dalot. Maxi running at him with pace. Cuts inside, back to Bruno. Got a square ball to Longstaff. Instead he comes to Willock. Willock taking his time to pick out a pass, and he goes all the way back to, well, poor one really, to Dan Burn. He goes out to Maxi. Maxi, bit of trickery. Nearly tackles himself there, Maxi. If it does maintain possession, allows him easily. Little ball inside. Oh, just interrupted there. Intercepted by Anthony, it was, who'd come back to help the defence. Pressure's on, and in the end, De Gea kicks it as long as he can, looking for Weghorst. Botman gets in ahead of him. Been very good today, Botman. And out for a throw-in to Manchester United. Which Diego Dalot will take. And back he goes to Martinez. And he comes down here for Luke Shaw, who's beginning to get pressure from Jacob Murphy. Now for Rashford, little first on board. He's touched by Trippier, and in fact, he's won by Trippier. Now Bruno Guimaraes turns with the ball, swivels. Now we'll play it down for Longstaff. Now Murphy on this right flank. Tries to go through the legs of Luke Shaw, but he closed them quick enough. And out for a throw, and it goes to Newcastle, which Kieran Trippier will take. Halfway inside the Man United half. Not a lot of movement for Kieran Trippier here. We'll probably go for Longstaff short to him. Well, he could get to Murphy. He's got Murphy in front of him if he wants to, and he's actually making a run. And in the end, he's going to, well, it's taken forever to take this throw in. Come on, make some movements for him. He goes all the way back to Fabian Schär in the end. And Schär will go all the way back to Nick Pope. And Nick Pope takes control of the ball on the edge of his penalty area. He squares it back to Fabian Schär. Fabian Schär with a little chip ball down the line. Good one too. Murphy takes on his chest. Martinez gets a foot in as a foul there on Bruno. Murphy's played advantage. It's a bad one as well from Sabitzer. At the minute, it's with Murphy who's in field, and it's now wide to Joe Willock. Now Maxi on that left flank, going against Dallow again. On the outside this time, gets the good tackle from Dallow. Will be a corner ball to Newcastle United. Again, Maxi looking very, very dangerous. Corner from the far side will be an in-swinger. But there was a foul by Sabitzer on Bruno at the beginning of that move. Good defending from Dallow. Did in the end get back. In fact, McTominay nodded it for a corner. Probably going to fall into the arms of De Gea, but Maxi again looking very dangerous. Really, he's taking his chance today. And can he create something for us? 53.5 minutes on the clock, and it's an archetypal Manchester United performance. It's the same one I've watched every game this year that I've seen them play. If you don't put your chance away, in the end, they will spawn something against you. So, corner ball, in swinger from Jacob Murphy this time. Jacob Murphy can take this one. Trippier is close to him. And back it is with Maxi now. He's on the corner of the box. It's going to go for Trippier on the edge of the area. A little chip ball. It's a new. Oh, it didn't work, but it was a good bit of an enterprise there for Newcastle. The little cross from Trippier in the end was slightly overhit, and Murphy couldn't get the ball onto his foot and get it back inside. But it was a nice corner motif from Newcastle with Willock and Maxi involved. That little ball from Trippier was great, but slightly overhit. And it will be a goal kick for Man United, which they've taken short. And it's with Varane who's getting pressured, and Varane played it down the line. This time, Byrne doesn't buy the dummy of Anthony, and Maxi has it. Maxi's going at two of them. Maxi going through three, plays it inside, slightly behind Bruno Guimaraes, and Man United can come away with it. McTominay marching forward. Now, in fact, he's factoring into our half now, and out it goes to Anthony. Terrible ball from Anthony, which Maxi comes back to intercept. Brilliant play. And here he is again. So Maxi man in the left back position at the minute. Not the place he wanted to be. And square he goes to Schär. Excuse me. Schär studying his options. It's with Joe Willock. Joe Willock cuts inside. Little ball in. Oh, if we got over the top of front there, who's in? Isaac. Willock playing a bit of sealed play here. And in the end, he's left the ball behind. Unfortunate there, Willock. But good play from Dallow to get away. And he comes down here for Luke Shaw. And 2 against 1 here with Rashford. Someone's got to get back and help Shaw and help Trippier here. Rashford in the corner of the area. Back to Shaw. Got a free cross. Murphy's come back to defend. Now it's with Bruno Fernandes. He floats to the far side to Anthony. Burn goes to meet him. Anthony comes, cuts inside, tries to shoot from distance, straight into the arms of Nick Pope. Pretty feeble. 56 on the clock. Sven Botman has it and plays it in for Murphy, who's coming field. Murphy showing some good strength there. Can he set Maxi away? He's got to do it quick or we went offside. Anyway, Max has it now. Can he give it back to Murphy? Tackle there from Martinez, who was covering well there. Dan Burn will take the throw in. There's our ex-manager sitting on the bench. Isaac has it. Back he comes then for Fabian Schär. Schär's got some space to run into here. Might have a go from distance, Schär. Does. Oh, it's about maybe a yard and a half wide. Good effort. They let him come forward there, Schär. He came forward 20, 30 yards. In the end, he shot. Oh, was just slightly wide of the post. De Gea didn't even make a dive for it, but it was marginally wide. Not far wide at all. De Gea judgment was exemplary there, to be honest. Man United not going to play from deep this time. They're going to hit it long. Look for the head of Van Veghorst, I imagine. Trippier's over his head. It's out off Veghorst's hoof for a throw-in. to Newcastle. And Sven Botman has it in the centre of the park, just about to enter the centre circle. Goes wide for Dan Burn. Dan Burn picks it up on that left flank. Down the line he goes for Maxi. Maxi being pressurised this time. Does well to keep hold of it. But in the end, loses out. Maxi, first mistake he's made all game. And now Man United can cause us problems here. Maxi chasing back. Good tackle from Maxi. And Bruno between them win the ball back. This time, Man United wanted that ball more. And it's with, I think it's Anthony who's coming from deep there for some strange reason. But Man United do have it with Varane. Now it's with Anthony. Now Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes with a little chippy ball over the top, looking for the run of McTominay. Sven Botman's gone out there to cover him. McTominay going nowhere here. Sean Longstaff gets a foot in. Will be a corner ball, I imagine. Though Sean Longstaff appealed for a goal kick, will be a corner ball. Some movement on the Manchester United bench. Anthony Martial looks like he's coming on, and so did Jadon Sancho. Both getting stripped for action. Luke Shaw will take the corner. Goes short, in fact. Ball from Sabitzer looking for Man United header. Oh, nearly went into the arms. Nearly a deflected goal there off Isak. But Pope took it in the end. And we're trying to move the ball quickly now. And it's with Alexander Isak, in fact. That's Willock. Plays it wide for Maxi. Maxi with the ball in. Slightly overhit. Looking for the win of Willock. Great run from Willock there. But just slightly overhit pass from Maxi, and Man United do start to come a bit quicker now. And it's with Luke Shaw back to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes back then to Martinez, back to Fernandes. Murphy will chase, look, a dog chasing a balloon there, trying to keep up with the ball. Fernandes played a long ball. It's a great ball too. Martinez, Burn. Well, it's actually been Newcastle throw because it's come off Anthony's foot. Anthony takes the ball, throwing quickly, back to Anthony. Now it's Man United chugging through the gears here with back to Sabitzer. Sabitzer trying to go past Botman, ain't happening. And Newcastle win the ball back with Longstaff. Burn, in fact. Burn's gone for the run, for the follow-up, and gets it too. Burn's waiting for Max to get outside him, and in fact loses the ball. Pour that from Dan Burn. Now it's 3 versus 3 at the back. We're stretched here. It's with Anthony going against Botman. Willock's got back to help. Now it's with Sabitzer, centre of the park, 25 yards from goal. Now Anthony being marked by Willock. Back it goes then to McTominay. Fernandes goes inside Murphy. Ball's poor. Murphy's giving the ball straight back. Poor from Murphy there. He's starting to look tired now. And after all the pressing he's been doing, it's no wonder. Ball inside now for Fernandes. Looking for a ball inside, but poor touch there from Sabitzer. And Newcastle can eventually come away with the ball with Kieran Trippier. We're playing around here, and we shouldn't be. Sean Longstaff being pressured as a foul from Rashford. We'll have a free kick for that. Here come the Man United changes anyway. It's going to be Weghorst will be one of them. Sancho for Anthony on that far side. Anthony can't believe it. Face like a bag of spanners. Face like a bulldog licking piss of a thistle. Not happy at all. Only 80 million quid. Off he goes. Probably been their most dangerous player. And Cartouche is off for Martial. So, more attacking ambition here for Manchester United. I think Newcastle need to make changes too. As Ian Skinner says, we are looking leggy, and I agree with that. But Alex did predict we are making changes. Joe Litton, Gordon, and Callum Wilson all about to enter the fray. Gordon will be for Murphy, I can guarantee you that. Joe Litton, I imagine, will be for Willock. I don't think we're doing it straight away. It's a free kick to Newcastle, which Fabian Schär's going to take. He's taken an age to take it. Kieran Trippier now level with him, and he will take it instead. Trippier chips one down the line to no one in particular. Trying to gain a bit of territory, I guess. Long clearance there for Martinez. We haven't made 20 yards here. Will we make this change now or not? No, I'm not sure we are. I think Gordon's going to go wide right. I think that's what the obvious choice is to me. You know, Joe Linton probably for Willock, although it could be for Maxi. And, well, Wilson, you'd think for Isaac, but I'm not sure that's the right move myself. But Bruno will win a throw-in level with a penalty out for Newcastle. And we've managed to get ourselves up the pitch whole length. Trippier's about to take this throw-in, but will we make the changes first? That's the question. I don't think we are. It looks like Trippier's gearing up for a long one. It isn't little. Could it be a corner ball for no? Give a goal kick. Now maybe we'll see the changes. Murphy got a foot in, and I would imagine that'll be his last action of the game because I think we're going to make the changes now, are we? We're still not making the changes. No, this is time to do it. Martinez is actually taking a goal kick for David De Gea. Back to De Gea he goes, but there's no pressure on the far side. He's acted brilliantly to win the ball, and Varane panics and gets out for throw to Newcastle. I don't think it's the man to come off. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll take Max off and put Isaac wide. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not sure about the Wilson change. I've got to be honest. Here is Maxi now. Might be his last. Oh, he tried to flick it inside the defence there. We've won that back deep in the Man United half. Maxi, now Willock. Got nowhere to go. Maxi has it. It's very tight in there. Foul there. Ref doesn't give it. Great footing though from Botman. Been brilliant today. Now Longstaff. Wide here for Murphy. Wide on this right flank. Comes inside Murphy. A little flick inside. Not going to fall for Newcastle play, but Isaac was brilliant to get there. Little ball in. Bruno in the area. Little flick to the far post. Isaac nods it back. What Newcastle? It's there! And it's Joe Willock with the goal! Could be his last before he comes off. And Newcastle United have taken the lead. Get in there, you beauty. Fucking get in there. Let's have it. Brilliant move from Newcastle United. Man United were the people, they were the faults there themselves. They created that goal. They were pissing about on the edge of the area. Brilliant play from Willock to win the ball back in the first place. He's got his goal eventually. He's holding the shirt. He's holding the badge. And he's standing next to the corner flag. And I wonder if this changes the way we play the game now. Brilliant for Murphy. The deflection, he's acted brilliantly to get the ball. Great ball inside for Bruno. Little chip to far post. Max's header back. And there's a nod in, and it's no offsides there and nothing. But great play for the Newcastle front three. 1-0 to Newcastle. And we can change that banner with glee. God, get in there. I love it. I fucking love it. God, a lot of people can get in. Lots of happy people in the chat and lots of happy people in one body here. The kickoff has been taken. Not sure if the changes have happened now. 66 on the clock. Long ball looking for the run of Rashford, but Trippier should get there first and cuts it out back to Nick Pope with ease. Nick Pope will go long. And long he goes. Looking for the head of Murphy. Doesn't get there. Trippier's there before Rashford does really well. He's fouled by Rashford there. We'll have a free kick. Pushing the back of Rashford. With these changes ever going to happen now? So I still think we look leggy. I think we still need to get a bit more legs up front. And here come the changes. In fact, it's not the same change we were going to make. I can only see Gordon and Joe Linton. Joe Linton's coming on for Maxi. Brilliant performance from Maxi. Gets a round of applause from me today. Outstanding. And assist on his plate. Superb. Maxi gives the whole stadium a round of applause. He's been outstanding today. So Joe Linton's coming on for him, and he's shown a big heart to the crowd. He loves it. He loves it. And he's made a goal there for his mate Willock. So on comes Joe Linton for him. That'll help out Dan Burn on the far side. A bit of physicality. And Jacob Murphy on this flank again. And he's urging Anthony Gordon to go on there and create some damage. Brilliant for Murphy too. How long left, says Scott? Well, Man United are playing, so it could be 2 hours yet. And I know you're a Man United fan, that's why I said it. Anyway, it's a free kick to Newcastle. Trippier's floated one in, looking for a Newcastle flick on. Does he get one? He doesn't know. But it does fall for Longstaff. And it's a free kick given from the referee there. For some strange reason. And Walter White sitting on the bench now, making new notes. Well, we're going to have to attack now, lads. Anyway, the ball is with David De Gea. Now Martinez over it past Martinez. Did well to control that. He's being chased by Isaac. And wide he comes for Luke Shaw. Little touch for Rashford. 1-2. Nice bit of football there. Rashford's gone down the wide. Will Chair get there first? He does. In fact, it looks like well played from Newcastle there. Brilliant from Gordon. But poor from Longstaff. He was fouled there, actually. And the referee said, play on. They've took the throw in quickly. Of course they have. Varane. No time wasted now from the Reds. Martinez in the centre circle, just inside the Man United half, has it. Wide to Luke Shaw. Looks like Sancho's on this left side. Good tackle from Longstaff. And Gordon does well as well. Off Sancho's foot and out for throw-in. Rashford's gone onto the far side to have a go at Dan Burn, clearly. And Bruno Fernandes gets a high boot in there and kicks it out for a throw-in. But nice to see Dan Gordon, as bad as Paul. Anthony Gordon get a run at the fullbacks. But Joe Linton's clearly come on to help Dan Burn with Marcus Rashford, who's gone to the left side, but the right side. Is it the right side? Okay, of course it is. It's the right side, isn't it? Anyway, head tennis going on here between Martinez and a couple of others. But Gordon has it now, or tried to flick it in down the back. Didn't work, and now there's plenty of space for Sabitzer to move into. Botman goes to him. Ball to this left-hand side to Martial. Cheryl's come up and get in front of him, mark him up. Back it goes to Sancho, goes round Cher. Trippier's there and gets a clearance off the boot of Sancho for a throw-in to Newcastle United. Martin Scott's welcome to be here. He's not been offensive as yet. But Newcastle will clear this. Was Kieran Trippier. Flicks up on the volley. Isaac falls over. Martinez chest sitting. Does a nice little spin to get away from Isaac. Now it's Luke Shaw. Down the line for Sancho. Back to Luke Shaw. All the way back to Martinez. Inside then to Bruno Fernandes. He's pressured and he's lost out. And it's Isaac one-on-one with Varane. Goes for Gordon. Gordon tries to get it across goal. Gordon picks it up. No, it's Bruno. How can I get Bruno and Gordon mixed up? I haven't got my glasses on, that's why. Anyway, they've managed to win the ball back, Man United. And I can now see again. Man United are on the attack. Bruno Fernandes, he was at fault there. Should have been penalised, punished there. But a little flick on from Martial to Sancho. Sancho looking for it's a good ball. We're short on numbers here. Burn. Sabitzer in the area, good block. And Nick Pope falls on it. 499 super chat from Ian. Cheers, mate. Brilliant job, Billy, he says. Yeah, we looked a bit thin at the back there. Thanks, Ian, for that. Very much appreciated, mate. Very much appreciated. Botman. Little ball there for nice little one-touch ball. Oh, it was a nice effort to get Willock round the back. He looks a bit leggy, actually. Willock does at the minute. 72 on the clock. ball is with David De Gea in the Manchester United goal. He plays to Varane and out to Dalot. Now it's with Martial, who's very deep. Floated ball out the side here for Sancho. It's Luke Shaw, sorry. God, my eyesight's terrible. But terrible pass there from... Well, ain't a great pass from Gordon either, to be honest. Gordon should do much better than that. But in the end, give it away. But does get a tackle in on Luke Shaw. Will be a throw-in. Yeah, Rabbit, on, you're quite right. World kick-out fans with the teams, you've got to be able to see things from their perspective. I agree with that. Newcastle have got the ball, but I've lost it again. Isak trying to... But he's pressurising and out to... Well, it's Dalot. And still the pressure's on, but they play through it all right. McTominay trying to outwin Willock, and actually has done. Willock's well, he's just very lazy there from Willock, very leggy. Great covering header from Botman, though. Superb defensive from the Dutchman. But McTominay's got legs on Willock. Willock looks leggy. I think we need to get Joe off now. Maybe put Joe Linton back in that position and put Aronson on the far side. Luke Shaw with an in-swinging corner. This will be 74 minutes on the clock. McTominay's holding his knee at the minute. Doesn't look great. But he's managed to jog it off. And Sean Longstaff's got to watch him because McTominay has got a lot of height. Anyway, in comes his corner. It needs a Newcastle head. It's a little flick from Trippier. Just took it off the head of the possession of Sancho. He goes back. Fernandes. Trippier goes out to meet him. It's a long cross. Nodded down from Varane straight into the arms of Nick Pope. Anyway, Gordon has got it, and he's gone past Bruno Fernandes. One-on-one with Martinez. Plays to the far post. Oh, if only Isak could have had a bit more ambition there. Brilliant play from Gordon. Brilliant. Squared up the defender. Got a lovely cross across the face of goal. Isak just didn't have the legs or the ambition to get to that far post. But he's done Bruno Fernandes like a sack of salt there. And Bruno Fernandes not making much of an effort to get back either. Great ball across goal. In the end, Dalot had to put it away for a corner. Superb play from young Anthony Gordon. Bruno Fernandes again with a high boot. But Anthony Gordon just played on. That's brilliant play from Gordon. Really good play. Really good play. Really impressive bit of play that from Anthony Gordon. Will be an in-swinging corner. Can Newcastle get a second? It's an in-swinger looking for... It's got to be in! Oh my God, how have they not scored there? And now Man United won the counter-attack. And Gordon gets a footing, but it's foul to Man United. Of course it fucking well has. Luke Shaw. Good clearance though from... Well, it's tricky this time. Now Gordon can go. Gordon can go, and Luke Shaw ain't catching. Go on, get in your bike. Anthony, he's tried to come back inside. Maintain possession instead. Slow the thing down. We haven't played down with a head injury again. Trying to see what it is. Well, from that corner, the header came in from Joe Linton. De Gea's got a hand on it again, powered it onto the bar. Oh, that's high foot. That's got to be a penalty kick. Bruno Fernandes has kicked Fabian Schär in the head in the penalty area. Going for the rebound of this. It's shot at Tom. Oh, man, that's a high boot. It's a penalty kick. I'm sorry. I know he's got his head down, but he's endangering an opponent there. Fabian Schär's dived in to head it. It just glanced off his head. And it's off the line from Martial. But brilliant save from De Gea. An absolute belting save from De Gea. And once again, Fabian Schär's down with a head injury. God, blimey. De Gea's an absolute genius in that goal. Brilliant save. Point blank once again. That's the second blow to the head that Fabian Schär's taken. And I think the referee's saying to him, you're going to have to go off. But he's just kicked him in the head. Unbelievable. Great header for Maxi for the goal. He's showing the goal again. Gonna have a lot of injury time in the second half. I think Fabian Schär is having to come off this time. Second kick to, blow to the head. He's not bleeding this time. He is holding his head. He has got a... And Callum Wilson is coming on. I'm not sure this is a change I'll be making. Fabian Schär having to come off. And Jamal Lascelles will come on, I imagine, for him. Schär wants to come back on. And Fabian Schär has been allowed to come back on, in fact. Oh, terrible touch from Pope. Nearly dropped it to the foot of Martial, but he gets rid of it in the end. Up goes Dan Burn, wins it. Great header. Now it's with Willock on that far side, going one-on-one with Varane. He's got Isak in next to him. Approaching Varane. Willock! Oh, bent it with his right foot. 10 yards wide. And Isak's coming off. 79 minutes. Callum Wilson's coming on. Isak's been superb again. Didn't get his goal today, but he's been dangerous. He looks a proper player, this lad. He looks a real proper player. He's going to be a star. Callum Wilson's coming on for the last... Well, it's going to be quite a while because we've had 2 long injury stoppages for Fabian Schär's blows to the heads. Blows to heads. Blows to the head. 1 head, 2 blows. But Wilson's on. Let's hope he can provide a bit of spark that he's not showed recently. Fabian Schär in the back of Martial there. He come deep to get him. And now Man United only attack on the far side, and it's with... Well, it's going inside again now. With Bruno Fernandes. Now it's with Martinez looking for a long ball to that far side. And that's where it goes, where Sabitzer is. Ball inside for... It's with Sancho. Sancho marked up by 2. Back to Sabitzer. Got Bruno Fernandes just behind him. Goes back outside to Sancho again. Sancho, bit of trickery. Trying to get round the back there with McTominay, Dalot. And it's out for throw to Newcastle. Well defended. More changes here for Man United. And we managed to lose the ball there with Dan Burns throwing. Longstaff gets a foot. He did brilliantly to win it. Now it's with Willock, who looks very leggy at the minute. It goes past 1. Now it's out trying to outpace Dalot. It doesn't work. And Man United on the counter now with Sabitzer. Little 1-2. Shares brilliantly watching the game. Doesn't clear it to anyone particular, but Bruno Fernandes gets it deep. Little chip over the top. It's a good ball, actually. Little ball from inside from Martial. Or deflected just wide. First mistake Botman's made. But every little ricochet is going their way. Every little ricochet starts to go their way. This will be a corner. This was very close. Lovely little pass. He looks offside there, Martial. Actually, it wasn't Martial, it was Rashford. But good defending to get a foot in. Lovely little pass from Fernandes, showing what he can do. Not being an arsehole, but Fabian Schär did some brilliant defending there. Brilliant defending. Yeah, it was... we've got a player down now. It's Joe Willock. We could be here to 8 o'clock with the amount of injury time we're having. But Joe Willock's run his race, I think. And I imagine that Elliot Anderson can't be far away. And he deserves a chance. Man United are bringing on Fred. They're bringing 3 subs on. Fred, Lindelof, McTominay's coming off. So it's Fred for McTominay. I can see Lindelof. Lindelof's on for... No, it's not. Is it Lindelof? Here's Lindelof, isn't it? And 28 is... Well, Martinez is going off. The Butcher's gone off. And Facundo Pellistri's on for him. And Varane's gone off for Lindelof, so they've gone with they've gone for two more centre backs. And Willock's coming off as well, holding the back of his car thigh. God, I'm terrible for getting words wrong. Willock's coming off. I think Anderson will come on for him. With a game on Tuesday, this isn't good news for Newcastle because Willock's had a good game today. Whether he's just knackered, but he is walking a bit gingerly. And Anderson comes on for Willock, and Joe Linton will step into the midfield. Anderson goes to that left-hand side, I guess. Let's hope for another cameo like the Forest one. Anyway, it's going to start with a corner. An in-swinging corner, which Luke Shaw's gone out there to take. I think it's Luke Shaw. There it goes. In-swinging corner. He's Newcastle header in it. Lindelof, he's on for the header, and he's put it over the top. Will be a goal kick. So whether they've gone to three at the back, well, Martinez has beaten the hell out of the away team's benches. Yeah, Wednesday night, Chippers. Sorry, did I say Tuesday? I know, Nick Pope's going to kick this long, and he falls over while doing it, so it ain't the greatest kick. Dan Burns tried to flick it on. Trippier's got a head onto it. Man United, well won by Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon goes back to Trippier inside for Bruno Guimaraes and ball inside for Joe Linton. Wide there for Elliot Anderson, who straight away is on the attack. Anderson going at, well, he's got three next to him. He's going to turn around and give it to Dan Burn. Dan Burn gives Joe Linton. Back to Elliot Anderson. Newcastle United can play keyboard now if they want. That's not the way to do it. Great tackle from Bruno. But it's going to fall for Dalot. Dalot gets it away, but only as far as Joe Linton. Inside for Longstaff. Back to Joe Linton. Look, Joe Linton's touch was poor there. Gordon does win the ball in the air and will get it back. Trippier brilliantly steps in there ahead of Sancho. Lovely little ball for Gordon on his right flank. Tries to get it inside. Fred gets a foot to it. Corner ball to Newcastle. Gordon looks very bright since he's come on, and he's playing well on the right-hand side, which is a good thing. Corner ball to Newcastle. Kieran Trippier will take it. Newcastle are showing ambition. They have put the big men up, which I don't think is a good idea, to be honest. I think we should not allow them to counter, which is what they've been trying to do all game. But we have got height, and Trippier's corner comes in over the top of everyone. Could be a hand in there. Joe Linton's got it on the edge of the area. Anderson steps inside, one little float to the far post, and it's going to be a goal kick. Unburned header. Maybe a hand in there. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm not sure you better see it. There's that many people around the ball, but great bit of play from Anderson. Stuck it up to the back stick. Byrne couldn't get any perch on the header. We have got the ball back, and it's with Dan Byrne on his right flank. It's not, it's Longstaff. He's fouled by Sancho, and we'll get a free kick. 6.5 minutes and the clock goes. Fans in full voice. Kieran Trippier will take this free kick. It's almost like a corner. And Palistri's coming to the midfield, so I think they've gone 3 at the back, Man United. Here it comes, looking for Newcastle. Head! Gets one! 2-0! And it's Callum Wilson with the second goal! Get in there! Get in there! Straight to the Gallagate! And the Gallagate open arms, celebrating a Callum Wilson goal. You've seen United, now fuck off home. Simple as that. Great free kick from Trippier. What a set piece. A great little header from Callum Wilson. Comes on, does the business. What a super sub he's proved to be today. 2-0 Newcastle. Let's change the fucking banner. Sorry for my language. I can't help myself. And Man United have changed 2 centre-halves to go to a back 3. They're all cold. Wilson's in between, he's in between Rashford and Lindelof. Great leap, great header. There's no way De Gea is saving that. He's 3 yards from goal. Little flick, and it's 2-0 to Newcastle United. Callum Wilson points to the camera. Doesn't look like a man who's in strife, does he? What a great header that was. Pressure needs to be kept on, but this Man United side now have to come at us with all guns blazing. Little foot in there from Cher. Give it to Wilson. Wilson's running with it. He's got Sancho at his back and loses out, in fact, and didn't even think about passing to Gordon, which he should have done. Joe Linton's brilliant to get a foot in there. Can he get to the rebound? Bruno Guimaraes with a great bit of the ball there. Nice ball from Gordon. Can Wilson get in there and give it? Oh, nearly his third. Nearly a chance for a third. Will be a corner ball. And Bruno Guimaraes is pumping up the Gallagher. Been quietly superb today, Bruno. Done a quiet job. But he's starting to get forward now. Newcastle still showing ambition. Are we sending big men up? I'm not so sure this is a good idea, but anyway, Kieran Trippier with his corner. There's going to be a lot of injury time, guys. The big men are all in there, but they are susceptible to it, aren't they? Near post flicked on. Dan Burn went for a ridiculous volley, and Man United come on the counter. Gordon will get back, and he wins it back too. Well played, Anthony Gordon. Just couldn't keep it in. 90 minutes are up, and we're going to see how much injury time. It's going to be a bit. I'm going to say 7 minutes at least. 5 only. 5 only. Well, they're too long. It's just 21 shots, 6 on target for Newcastle. 41 touches in their box. They've only had 14. They've only had 6 shots. But we're in the first minute of injury time. Fred plays it back to Bruno Fernandes, who's very, very deep. Not the place you want. If you're a Man United fan, you don't want him that deep. Fred has it now, and pressure's coming on from Longstaff. Little ball inside, looking for Martial. Shah goes piling in. Referee gives a free kick, which I've taken quickly. Rashford has it wide on this left-hand side. Cher squaring him up. Ball inside, straight to Nick Pope. Very poor from Rashford. First minute of injury time's up, guys. First minute of injury time is up. Nick Pope will kick this long, I imagine. No point. Well, he's thrown it to himself. He's going to kick it long off the deck. And there it goes. Looking for Callum Wilson, who's backing into Lindelof and almost fell for Joe Linton, but it's now with Sancho being chased by Gordon. Didn't get goal side of the player Gordon there, but Man United still have the ball on this far side, this near side, with Anthony Martial going at Shea gets a little ricochet, falls for them, but this time it falls for us in the end, and we can play it away. Callum Wilson didn't do too particularly great there. Free kick there for Newcastle, surely, and we get it too. Foul on Longstaff by Lindelof. I think I might be wearing my Newcastle shirt to work tomorrow. And Bruno Guimaraes has been given man of the match from Gary Neville. He has been very good. Marshalled the team superbly. Lindelof, well, he's fouled there from Elliot Anderson, which was very poor there. Two and a half minutes of injury time gone, and only 2.5 to go. And we have a 2-goal lead. Willock and Isak are having smiles on the sidelines. which makes me feel optimistic that Willock will be okay for the game Wednesday. And Joe Linton's got in there trying to, he took it off Bruno Fernandes. Been a terrific performance for Newcastle. For 90 minutes long, we've dominated this team, who shouldn't be in the top 3. They're not good enough. They've got away with murder for the vast majority of the season. They're not getting away with it today. And if it hadn't been for David De Gea, this would be another 6-7 result. Seriously. Joe Linton gets in there, throwing to Man United deep in the. They think it's a Newcastle throw, but they've given it to Man United. Pellistri beaten by Alan Anderson. Anderson running trying to go through 3 players. Not going to happen. But Fabian Schär steps in here. Fabian Schär approaching, goes wide, then 4. Guimaraes goes for Schär on the return. Fabian Schär in the penalty area in the 94th minute, trying to score a 3rd goal. Little 1-2 with Bruno Guimaraes Schär, showing some real entertaining football in Newcastle. Hit it first time on his right foot and finished like a centre half. I wanted it back, got it back, and just clipped it just over the top. A bit like Botman's in there. The Wolves game. Got another super chat here that I haven't seen. I'm going to read it out now. It's from Geordie Boy. £5 to Billy, the bringer of good news. Cracking job, mate. Thank you. And we're going for a 3rd here. 94 minutes on the clock, and we're attacking. And we want to put their noses in the dirt here. Anderson goes to the corner now and kicks off Bruno Fernandes for a throw-in. Dan Burn now stirring the crowd up. I hope they're singing "You've Seen United Now, Fuck Off Home." I really do. I really do. In the final minute, I really hope they're singing that. Sabitz was down holding his right calf. Well, it's been a cramp, actually. The singing Geordie Boys taking the piss, that's for certain. I can lip read. Of course, we're now in top 3. The 5 minutes are up, guys. We're just playing what the referee wants to add on. Can Newcastle get a 3rd? Just to put the icing on the cake. It's going to be a throw to Newcastle. The 5 minutes are up. We had a little bit of a delay a minute ago. Back 3, Man United. He changed it and it went worse for him. Terrible manager. Terrible team. And the full-time whistle has gone. Newcastle United 2. Manchester United 0. What a great day. The finals of the season. We've dominated them. We've dominated them for 95 minutes. Joe Willock with the first goal. And the second came from Callum Wilson. It's been a fantastic, fantastic performance. 1 to 11 to 15, however many we had on the pitch today. Been outstanding. And a good little thing there. Anthony Gordon looked really good on that right-hand side when he came on. Joe Willock holding his badge. What a fantastic performance. What a fantastic result. And we can all celebrate with some tonight, can't we? Dr. Howard's £5 super chat. Thank you for that, mate. I shall read it because it's gone off the screen, but I can read it. So proud of the lads today. We have dominated. We have indeed. I love it when we can bring you these wins. Because the last game I commented on my own was the cup final. And Bruno Fernandes is moaning. He's moaning and the game's over. What is he moaning at? He's got a face like he's been smacked in the face like a cricket bat. Doesn't look very happy at all. I don't know if he's saying to his team that you go and clap the play for the fans or whatever. But who gives a shit? Newcastle United 2, Manchester United 0. That's domination, folks. That's domination. Alex should be joining us for a bit of celebratory full-time tittle-tattle about that second half. Superb. Love it. Lots of people are very happy with it, obviously. Nigel Clark's run a half marathon this morning and Newcastle winning today. What a day. This is a new username. Fast Clean Carpet Cleaning Out in the Spring Durham. Effing Brill. Well, if you're new to the channel, mate, give us a subscribe. We're going towards 18,000. Thank you, but it said JPD. Andy said the ref was excellent. Yeah, to be fair, he was. Much better than what he was in the cup final, to be fair. That's just his normal look, Billy. You're right, yeah. Here's Stato. Here he is. A very happy Stato, I imagine, too. And we've got to see the chat. We're going further. let's do the super chat before we get you in. S-Best has give $4.99. No comment there. Very much appreciated, S-Best, for your super chat. What do you reckon, Alex? That was a superb second half, wasn't it?
Oh, mate, my green screen fell over. Oh, God. Amazing. It should have been like that in the first half. It was incredible. And it's as we said, goal came at the perfect time. They were trying to, hurt us in transitional moments, but we had a great bench today. We had Joe Linton to come on and Gordon. We had so much physicality and energy on the bench, and they couldn't do it. Bruno found an extra gear in the second half, channeled his inner Ronaldinho, Megan Luke Shaw. It was just incredible. Every single player today was exceptional. The passion, along with the technical ability, the desire. It should have been 4, could have been 5. David De Gea was their best player. We are massive, and today we are United. So you've seen United, and you know the rest of it. Now,
exactly.
Sod off back to London.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love it. And Callum Wilson coming off the bench and snatching the goal too. Great positioning, great little flick header too, wasn't it?
We scored from a corner. Finally, we've scored from a corner. Thank God for that. Good positioning, good proper centre forward play.
It was a free kick, Alex, but it was close to a corner.
It's in the corner flag. It was free kick, same thing. Yeah, I've lost my thought now. What was I going to say? Yeah, Wilson. Fine. We've seen he's not got the youthful energy that Isak's providing, but he's still a good old-fashioned centre forward, and he's going to be useful to us in the next couple of years. We need him. We do need him. Even if we bring in a third young striker, Wilson's still going to be extremely useful and needed. He's got that quality. It's great. Great day.
Food for thought for Eddie Howe. Anthony Gordon came on and was absolutely outstanding on that right flank, wasn't he, when he came on?
He was. I think that's it for Murphy now. Despite the fact that Murphy played fine. Brilliant game. Worked really, really hard. Technically not too bad. Whipped a few good balls in at the byline. Again, Murphy showing that he's got a long contract, but he's useful. He's playing well in important games for us. And that's all we want. We don't need him to be superstar, but if he can do that, he can stay around. If some of these lads, this is what we said about Longstaff. If you can improve and make yourself useful to the cause, stay as long as you want. And Murphy's proven himself. Again, this is with no Almiron in the side. This is our top scorer out the side, and we beat him 2-0. Should have beaten by more. It's brilliant.
Well, they're doing a lap of honour at the minute, and very, very evident. I've got to say, and very happily on our part, that Alisson Maximan is laughing his head off and being hugged by Eddie Howe as he goes around the pitch.
I bet he is. He had a brilliant game today.
He's smiling. Eddie Howe's got a massive smile on his face, like a Cheshire cat. Joe Willock, another one. And they're all loving this club, aren't they? They're all loving playing for this shirt. They're all loving playing for the fans, aren't they?
Well, that final 10 minutes, Joe Linton cheering up the crowd. Byrne was doing it. Bruno was doing it. They all want a piece of it. All of this nonsense 18 months ago about choosing Brentford over us from Agbonlahor, you can see how much they love it. 99% of the clubs you go to around the world, you're not going to be able to do that. You can literally orchestrate that crowd. If you play for the badge and you're good enough, they'll give you everything. The fans, the club will give you everything. And, they're absolutely loving it. The wage packet, fine. But you can't buy that. You can't buy what you get from our fans in this club. It's special.
We go to West Ham on Wednesday. Is it West Ham we got next? Or I think it's West Ham, isn't it? Away Wednesday?
It is West Ham away, I believe, yes.
They've won today as well. So they've eased their relegation fears, and so might not be as up for the fight as what they would have been today. But
potentially a bit of complacency, although Southampton played very well in that game in parts. West Ham, although they had a few good chances themselves, I felt like that could have been a higher scoring game. It should maybe a 2-1 or a 2-2. It doesn't quite show the reflection of the game, but yeah, if we can take this momentum into it,
would you on that performance? Would you still be reticent about signing Scott McTominay? I certainly would. He's got energy. That's about it. That's all I can see.
I mean, yes, I would still sign him if it was the right price. I agree. I'm going to echo Paul's comments. If the figure could be somewhere around 10 or 15 million, I wouldn't be against it. If it's going to start costing us a lot of dough, no. For 10 or 15 million pounds to add to the squad depth and be a player that's going to help. It's, again, not somebody I would choose, but if the club go for it, we've got to support people who put on the black and white shirt. But you could just see the final 10 minutes of that game from, I'm not sure, I think McTominay had already gone off at that point, but Bruno Fernandes especially, they were walking, they weren't tackling. I'm going to say Roy Keane now. They should walk back to Manchester. That was disgraceful from them. They dropped their heads. If our lads did that, we'd be furious. They just down tools in the final two. As soon as that Wilson goal went in, they down tools.
I think they went down tools before that. I think the changes that Ten Hag made to put them to a back three, taking both centre halves off, was mental. Absolutely mental to go to a back three. Absolutely mental. They obviously haven't done it before. They had no clue who to mark from that goal, that free kick. Poor management. Yep. Poor management, and
it just shows
attitude from the team. You're right.
It just shows we had Pope available. We didn't in the final. We had Willock fully fit. We didn't in the final. We had Isak fully fit from the start. We didn't in the final. With the right players available, this is our full strength. That is what we can play like. That's what we were doing pre-World Cup. That is us. We're just very, very unfortunate we didn't have these players at our disposal in the cup final. But that is our true strength. We are a better side than them on paper and on the pitch. If we're at full strength, we don't have the depth that they have yet, but that will come in the next transfer window. But we deserve to be above them in the table in third place now, back up to third place, deservedly so.
And we're in a natural position of wanting Everton to win tomorrow night as they go to. They're playing Spurs, aren't they? So Spurs do beat Everton, they go back above us. But yeah, Zishan with the 1999 super chat. This is one of the best days of my life. As for my family members, I've told them you've seen United now. Fuck off home. Of course, Zishan famously has lots of Man United fans in his family, and he'll be crowing today. Fair play to Zishan. Love it.
I mean, obviously, we'll talk a bit more statistically, a bit more about statistics in the review we're doing tomorrow night. But I've just got to mention it. XG 3.57 to 0.4. Like, oh my god, we battered them. Whether it was the eye test or statistically, it doesn't matter which way you spin that. We absolutely dominated that game. Fully deserved 3 points. Again, it could have been 4. Just incredible performance.
Outstanding performance. Another 199 super chat from Shokuro. Thanks for the excellent commentary, Billy and Real. No problem, mate. It's days like this when you really enjoy doing the watch-alongs and results like this. I'll be smiling for the next week, or till Wednesday at least.
It's good, and we've all been saying it. Even some of the guys on the fan forum, everyone in the chat recently, someone's been due a pasting. Is 2-0 a pasting? No, but the way we dominated that game, they were never going to win that. I was a little bit nervous about my halftime comments about how good we were. We were brilliant, but there's no guarantee you're going to come out in the second half and continue that. But luckily we did, and we fully deserved it.
20 Danish krone, I believe that is. Commentary tip. Yeah, Lena. I guess that's Danish. I'm hoping it's a compliment, but thanks ever so much for super chat. Samsonite Dove. Really appreciate that. Jimmy says clean sheet. That's another good thing for everyone's fantasy football league team who's got Newcastle defenders in it, which I've got 3. So it's all good. It's all good. I've got 3.
Let's have a look at the league table, shall we?
Yes, the league table would be interesting watching, reading.
So we're still only 19 goals conceded now. Ooh. And the next best is City with 26. So we are 7 better than second place for goals conceded.
Superb. An absolute superb afternoon. We are back tomorrow night with the review of that. We've got a game Wednesday, so whether we do a preview on Tuesday, I don't know. I think that'll probably be the case. I'm not sure.
I think we'll probably end up doing a Monday, Tuesday. So we'll be around the next couple of days.
Absolutely. And of course,
we'll have to wait for Boss Man.
Wednesday. And then we're back to Thursday previewing next weekend's game. And then TTR Friday. I think we've got a full week this week, haven't we?
It's good. When it's going good, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Talking about victories and especially beating them. Oh, it doesn't get better than that. I'm going to get stuck in some beer tonight. I really am.
Well, I got pub quiz in half an hour, so I know what I'm wearing to the pub.
Hopefully there'll be a few Manchester Reds in there. And you can lord it, Alex. Lord it.
Indeed, there will be a few.
Stand on the top of the table looking down on them. There you go, like that.
I need to wash a few more of my NUFC shirts because I'm going to wear them to the gym for the next few days as well. I just need to milk this for all it's worth.
Dan Kane asked the question here: would Leicester be the first Premier League champion to go down? Blackburn Rovers, mate. Blackburn Rovers were the first.
Of course.
They went down about 2 years after they won it, which was a bit of a shock, but they lost a few players, didn't they? Including Mr. Shearer to us. So, no, not the first. Right, I've got everything else we'll save for tomorrow night because I'm full of comments, but don't want to make them now because it's spoiling shows. But keep your eye on It's All Black and White TV tonight. They're doing some kind of show about the game today, and Tony's worth his support. Is a great channel to watch. So that's that. Apart from us, as me and Alex have said, we'll be here tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, every day next week. So
tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock tomorrow, I believe, is the time for the review of that, where we'll be gloating and reveling in the glory of a fantastic result. So until then, do you know something? I need to get things lined up here because I've not done anything. I'm not excited. I'm unexcited.
Oh, that's great. People can see in the background the green screen's fallen over. It's just everything's gone wrong.
And of course, there you go in the back, 2-0. You've seen United now. Got home, basically. Love you all. Love to the mods who's done a great job in the chat today. Love to you all for watching. Super chatters, new subscribers, new members, all that stuff. Thanks to you all. We'll be with you again tomorrow night. Thanks to Alex for joining me as well for half-time and full-time prognosis. All I mentioned to say, see you tomorrow night, guys. Have a great Sunday. Have a few beers, but don't get too hungover tomorrow. Away the lads and lasses. See you soon.